Welcome back. Today this is weekend number 2. This is English 4A, so welcome everyone. I was asking my students to submit a picture of their IDs or cédulas and a picture of themselves with a white background. So that should be sent to my email. I just shared my email in the chat. And through the chat, there's always a lot of information that I will be sharing with you. I was saying just to start that I need to have you on camera. So your camera should be on. So Anita, please, and Kevin. So this is what I do just to start. And this is usually done at the very beginning of the class, just to make sure you're here, right? And this is our attendance records, okay? So this is how I do it every week. As you can see, this is a very special format. It allows us to personalize it for each of the courses. So in here, I have all your names, and these are your UCSG emails, right? This is what I need for me. To keep a record of you being here every week. So this is week number 1. I didn't show you this last week. I didn't have that, but now I have it, and I have tried to add.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's why I was asking you, because I didn't, you were here on the 21st, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they should
Yesterday
be,
I was working at an event.
okay, you could not, okay.
Mhm.
So I always show this to you so you can be able to make any observations as what you're doing now. It's completely fine. And
Miss,
yes,
I am Maria de Los Angeles, and
you're not here now.
yes,
Okay.
desde el primer día, yo he participado incluso.
Yeah, I know. So let me add that in here. I took these from the platform, so I might have to ask why you were not, in the platform record, but I will add your name in here, okay? Don't worry, I will add it. So Esparra, and what is
No.
the second?
I am in the list, estoy en la lista.
Oh, okay.
11. Dice
Oh,
Los
okay,
Ángeles.
but you do not have the attendance, okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Thank you.
That's why I'm going through this with you, okay? So if there's anything else that is not correct, I will always show you the attendance, so we make sure that you have everything should be correct, okay? It should be updated. I tried to update it yesterday, but as you can see, there might be some mistakes, so we can fix it right now. So these are all your names, your last names, your EUCSG emails, and these are your records, okay? Whenever you're here, I will check. And as you can see, it goes by week, right? So this is week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, week number 4, and it does even have the dates, okay? If you, let's just make it really clear. That was week number 1, right? This is week number 2. Today is January 27th, so it's in here. And that will be tomorrow, Sunday, January 28th, right? Okay, that will be week number 2. As we move on, next week will be February the 3rd, right? And then February 4th. That will be week number 3. And then, as you can see, there's a missing gap in here, right? Why? Because according to the official holiday for Ecuador, right? We have a holiday, and I think it's on February the 10th, right? I think it starts on the 9th, and that's Carnaval, right? So that's why you cannot see that date. It's not included in here. It's not on the list, okay? It's not on this schedule. So we're skipping that weekend because on that weekend there's a holiday, so it's not in here, okay? No classes. But then week number 4 will be on February 17 and 18. And then as we keep moving, then we'll go through week number 5, which will be on February 24 and 25, okay? And then we'll keep moving until up to week number 6, March the 2nd and March the 3rd. And then we'll keep moving on to week number 7, March 9 and March 10. And then we'll have the last weekend, week number 8. And that will happen on March 16 and March 17. Usually this weekend, this is kind of the final test weekend, okay? So by the time we reach March 10, we should be finished with all the units, all the contents, all the Moodle activities. Everything which has to be done will be finished by this time, by the beginning of March, okay? So then by March 16 and 17, we'll go through the final exam, and that will be it, okay? And then as we keep moving, this is a very special template which allows us to account the number of hours you've been in the course. And this is the number of missing hours and hours that you have been here. Actually, this is the one asistidas, is the number of hours that you should be here. And these are the number of hours you have accounted up to now. And then, as you can see, there's a percentage at the end. So by the amount of hours that you have been present, that will be accounted as a percentage. So how much do you need to approve? You need at least 70%. Since this is just weekend number 2, by now you only have 13%, but as you keep being in the class, then you'll be adding hours and then the percentage will be increasing every weekend until you reach at least 70. Obviously, you have to go a little bit over 70 in order to pass. But this is how we can make it really clear. Okay, so this is weekend number 2. So I'll usually call your names as in any class, and then I'll keep checking your attendance. Mateo Agila? No? Monica and
Present,
Carlos?
Miss. Mateo Gila present.
Okay,
Good morning.
Mateo, hi. Monica? Hi, Miss. Monica is here. Carlos? I saw Carlitos too.
Presente.
Hi, good morning. Summers is not. Fabiana?
Present.
Hi, Fabiana. Morning. Gabriela? I have 2 Gabis, right? Gabriela Concha?
Present, Miss.
Hi, good morning, Gabi.
Good
And
morning.
hi, Nancy?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Ana Cecilia?
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Good. Camila?
Hi.
Morning. Ivan and Maria de Los Ángeles?
Hi, Miss.
Present. Good
Hi.
morning.
Present.
Okay, good. Thank you. Gabi Macias and Anthony?
Good morning, present.
Hi, Gabi. Anthony? Not here. Paula Montiel?
Present.
Hi, Paula. Morning. Veronica and Rocio? Hi, Vero. Rocio? I think Rocio just joined, right?
Good morning.
Hi, Rocio. Yes, I can hear you now. Hi, morning. Fernando? Fernando? No. Andrea? Andrea Roman? No. Okay, Crystal and Diana? Crystal?
Good morning, Miss.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Okay. And Diana. Okay. Melanie and Kevin.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Miss. Present.
Good. Hi, Miss.
Hi.
Ya prendo la cámara, ¿me puedes esperar? Ya lo estoy solucionando ya.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Melanie?
Hi, Miss. Present.
Okay, so Kevin and Melanie are here. Diego Suarez and Ronald.
Miss President, Miss,
Hi.
excuse me, January 20, assistant 3 y January 21, 4 assistant.
Okay, okay, good. Thank you, Ronald. Anadalai and Raisha.
Present, Miss. Good morning.
Hi, Anadalai. Good morning.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Raisha. So I'm missing Diego, I'm missing Anthony, I'm missing Fernando, Andrea, and Summers, right? So everybody else is here. Okay, let me just share something with the ones who, I mean, for who is this is the first class. I think I have someone who was not last week, right? And that I think that's just Kevin.
It was me. It's my first class.
Okay, so for Kevin and Paula, there's something that I
Yeah.
would like to share with you, right? Last class, I asked all my students to fill out one form. In that form, I require you to add some personal information. That's why I'm not gonna be sharing this on the screen, but I will share the link in the chat, okay? So go to this link, and can you please fill out your information? I need your last name, your first name, your UCSG Gmail account or email account, and if you have another email account, personal email, I'll need you to add that just in case if I need to reach you. If I cannot through the institutional mail, I might contact you through your personal mail. I need your phone number, the faculty you're currently studying, the university, the field of study, your future profession, and if you can share something additional like a hobby with me, that will be fine, okay? So I need you to fill out that information. You were not here, that's why I didn't ask you to do it before. So that's the personal information. And last week, I asked you to record a video, right? Introducing yourself. Let's check that. And before I mention the assignment about the video, the video assignment, let me share just something else for the ones who were not here last week. Very briefly, but I think this is really important for me to mention and for Paula and Kevin. These are the main guidelines, okay? I understand you were not, but this is what I went through last week. So this is my email, right? If you need to send me a mail, if you need to contact me, I didn't add my cell phone, but I think that's in the WhatsApp group too, right? Because I am part of the group, but I can share with you through the chat, no problem. And this is our schedule. So we're gonna be meeting every weekend, 9 to 1. I need your cameras to be on. That was said before. And this is the platform access. So if you want to join from here, you can do it. Let me share the access to these slides in the chat. This is how I usually do it. If I need to share something, I usually share all the information through the chat. Let me see. Let me share this in here in the chat. So these are the slides, okay? So those slides were from last week, right? So that was weekend number 1, right? Just in case if you you don't have it, but that's why I'm sharing this with you now. So this is the platform access. This is the WhatsApp group access. If you did not join, you can join through this link, okay? And then there's a Flipgrid channel where I will be asking you to record some videos. And this is the access to the channel. And this is the grading criteria. This is how the course will be assessed, right? Throughout the course, we'll be assessing on self-learning platform called Artesia. And that will be 20% class activities, whatever we're doing in here. All the activities will have a grade. That will include videos, quizzes, class participation, slides, writing, listening, everything. 20% will be Moodle practice work. That will be the platform. All the quizzes should be done at 100% from unit number 7 up to unit number 12. Okay, that's for level number 4. And then the final exam will be 20% all the written assessment through the platform. And then 80% will be your oral production. And then attendance, 70%. So these are the rules, okay, for you to remember. I usually set this on the first class, but anyhow, I mean, I'm sharing with you this now. So that was last week. So what will be the slides for this week? So I usually share this through the chat too. These are this weekend's class material, and this is my slides for you this weekend. Let me see if I gave you access already. Let me grab the link and let me go to Zoom once again. And then through Zoom, I usually share this. So this is week number 2. Okay, week number 2, slides access. Okay, and these are the slides for this weekend, okay? So if you click on the second link, then you'll be able to see this, which are my slides for you for weekend number 2, okay? So again, this is English 4, weekend number 4. And in here, I started by just going through some of the topics we discussed last week. We talked about what makes you happy, and these are some of your ideas, something that can make you happy. And these were just some, this is Summers, and this was Nancy, Camila, and these were some of your ideas, right? Happiness come from different things, right? It might come from someone, it might come from being somewhere, it might come from eating your favorite food, it might be from listening to music or going to the beach. So this is what we were discussing last week. And these are more ideas from you. If I just go through some of them, being with your family, let me see, sharing special moments with family members, being healthy, having a pet. Okay, so this is what we were talking about last week. So now I want you to do something for me, because it was very short, right? But now I want you to share those ideas in kind of a paragraph. So I will be asking you to write what makes you happy, or it could be called happiness. What happiness is for you, okay? So these were some of the ideas shared last week. If you want to share your own, obviously, you are free to do it. But this will be done through another app, and this is called Padlet. Okay, let me share that. Let me share with you how Padlet looks like. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's go to Padlet now. Okay, so let's start by doing this, okay? What is happiness for you? Happiness for me is, and can you please share? Ronald, what is happiness for you? What makes you happy?
My happy is family, is paseo en holiday carnaval.
Okay, so going on a holiday with your family on the upcoming carnival holiday, that is something that will make you happy. Good. Okay, good, Ronald. That was Ronald. Paula, can you share something? What makes you happy? Have you ever?
I'm happy when I come home and I see my dog.
Oh, what's his name?
Her name is Yuki.
Oh, that's cute. So having a pet and being with your pet, coming back from work, from the university, they become like kind of family members, right? They're not just pets, right? So that's really sweet. So that could be another idea. Anybody else? Fabiana, what could be happiness for you? Let me share the link, okay? So you can start adding your own ideas. Let me see. Let me go to the chat, and this is Padlet. Have you ever used Padlet before? I mean, just in case. Happiness for me is, and this is the access to Padlet is kind of an online collaborative wall. So look at this as a wall. This is kind of asking you to write something on a big piece of paper. If we were in a physical class, right? We might be, and this it would look like a poster, right? Like something you can paste on a wall or you can show people, right? But this is kind of a virtual wall. Okay, let's call it like that. So how can you describe what happiness is for you? Carlitos, would you like to share something?
What is the question? What's my happy?
Happiness for me is
Happiness for me is staying with my family in the house, all my family.
I remember you mentioned something about a special place, not in Guayaquil, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
The Highlands.
In the Highlands, yeah.
Yeah, in Waranda, like here, life, my grandfather, the family of my father. Yeah, it's a place very beautiful. Is you connect with the nature, very close. Yeah.
It's not that far, right? How many hours is, I mean, it might take you to go from Guayaquil to Waranda?
3 hours.
3 hours, but it's not too much, right? It's not like going to Quito, right? That will take more time. Yes. So thank you very much, Carlos. So those are your own ideas, right? And in here, everyone will personalize as kind of posting something on a digital wall. But now you can add, I mean, you can personalize it completely. This is really nice. Let me see. Let me show you how you can personalize it. What are the options? So this is Padlet, right? Let me see. You will
No,
not,
it was me,
excuse
Camila.
me?
It was me, Camila, but
Oh,
I don't know
Camila.
if it says anonymous.
Okay, so this is how you use it, okay? Because you might not have, maybe it might be new for you. So in here, what it says asunto, that's kind of the topic, right? So then you write happiness for me is, and then I need you to write your name. So this is Diana. That is me. Diana A, because we have Diana S. Diana Salinas, right? So there's 2 Dianas. So in here, Padlet allows you to upload and personalize this post in many different ways. So if you want to upload a file, you can do it. If you want to add a link, if, for example, Carlos, if Carlos wants to share how the farm looks like in Waranda, he could do it, or he could grab a picture of a place similar to the place that makes him happy, and that could be nice. If you want to take yourself a picture, you can do it, but I think it's not really relevant for this kind of post. But you can add buscar una imagen, so if you go there, you can, I mean, you have different options, right? You can look for pictures throughout these different choices, right? So there's different options. You can go through pictures, or if you want to add a GIF, if you want to go to YouTube and view, maybe for me, happiness is listening to my favorite song. So I can go to YouTube and I can grab the link of the song video and I can upload it into the Padlet post. If you want to go to Spotify and then you can, if you want to share, I mean, your favorite song, you could do it too. I have never tried the Spotify one, but I mean, the option is there, right? If you want to go just for the web, and then you go to the web, and I mean, for me, happiness is traveling. Okay, so I can go to travel and then I can look for different pictures that I can use for my post. So someone I would love to go very soon would be somewhere like, I don't know, and then you have thousands of options to choose from. I would love to go to a place like this, for example, and then I can grab the picture, and then once I choose the picture, I can start writing. So happiness for me is traveling. Wait, give me 1 second. Something is traveling. Traveling with my family. Okay, and then you can start talking about the places you would like to go with your family. Every year, we plan for family trip. Okay, usually, and then you can use connectors, right? These are connectors. Usually, we try a different place for us to discover. And then you can keep going. We love going to the beach, and then you can keep on going, okay? This is my idea. This is what makes me happy, okay? That's my happiness idea, right? And then I can keep going. A paragraph will be made from at least 3 to 4 sentences. So just one sentence is not really a paragraph. So this is how I think about the places you like to visit. Think about the music maybe that makes you happy. You might think about the people that makes you happy, or your dog, if that is something that really makes you happy. You can think of the food. I love sweets. So if sweets is something that makes you happy, what is the special sweet that will definitely make you happy? It might be reading, okay, reading a book, or maybe listening to a special kind of song, or maybe exercising. There's people who likes to work out. So if working out is something that makes you happy, okay, this is how you can do it. Share the link again, of course. So that is something that I want you to do. Do it right now, because then you'll be asked to do something else. So if you do it in here, then it will be much easier to do what I will be asking you to do in Moodle. Okay, this is going to be kind of a rehearsal. So how many sentences? At least 3 or 4. So we can really call this a small paragraph. Connectors. What might be some of the connectors? If we talk about connectors, let me take this out. How can we start a paragraph? Any words, any ideas?
First of all,
Connectors. Let me just write some of the ones you're mentioning. First, it could be one, or first of all, or you can just write the topic again, like the one what I just did. For me, happiness is, right? So there's many different ways. If we keep talking about connectors, we might then, right, also, that's another connector. Any other that you might remind me? Then also,
in addition,
I'm sorry, in addition, moreover, there are thousands of different connectors. Yes. Oh, how can you add a picture? Of course. Let me take it out. These are the different options. So if you want to go and there's busca una imagen. So if you go to search for a picture, these are the different options. pictures, GIFs, YouTube, Spotify, or web. But if you just want a picture, just go to Imagen. And this is how you can add a picture. You do a search, right? And then once you find the one you want, you can add it in there, okay? So not just one sentence, it will have to be at least 3 to 4. So we can call this a paragraph, okay? Remember, this is level 4, and by now we should be able to write, push ourselves to write a little bit more than just one sentence, okay? Now, let me do something else. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so you can keep working on your own. And while you keep working, hi, Anthony. Let me check the attendance for Anthony. Your last name is Montalban, right? Montalban, okay. So Anthony is now here. Fernando, no, right? Andrea, no, Andrea and Diego, okay. And Fernando, where is Fernando? Okay, Fernando is not here. Okay, so while you keep working on Padlet, let me show you something else, which is in the slides. Let's see, that was last week. Let me go to Moodle. Okay, let's go through Moodle very quickly. When you access the platform, then you're able, this is my welcoming, this is my welcome page, right? That's me. So, and these are the courses I've been teaching. So that's why I have different courses in here. And in here, this is our course, right? I even made a little, I personalized it a little bit so it can look nice. And this is English level 4A, okay? English level 4A, and this is where you can see Alticia follow-up, that's for me. Zoom access, that was the first activity we did last week. We draw a character of ourselves. That was the first video, and these are the class activities for week number 1. And here I need to add week number 2, okay? But I will upload it in here. Now, this is what we did last week. We were 7A student book and we were 7A workbook activities. And so today we'll be going through 7B, what needs to be done from the student book section, and then we'll move through the workbook, okay? So this is going to be the goal today. So if we move to 7B, let me just do something quickly. Because I did not, I think we managed to do just the first activity, right? About something that makes people happy. But then we could not finish everything. Okay, this is 7B, right? Okay. Give me one moment. So I'm going through 7B so you can watch and you can access all the activities that we're gonna be working today. And let me do something really quick. Let me turn my camera off because I need to do something. Okay, I'm back. I needed to do something and I needed to use the camera. So that's why I turned it off. So let's go back to, oh, hi, Kevin. Now I can see you. Hi. Okay,
Hi,
thanks for
Miss.
fixing your camera. How are you doing in Padlet? So let's see. Let's see, how are we doing? Let's see some of your posts. Okay, nice. See, it can look really nice. So can you share some of these with me, please? Don't leave it anonymous, please. I need you to write your name so I can give it a grade, right? Like what Ivan did. Another like, good. I asked you to write at least 3 to 4 sentences. So don't, if you want to edit, you can edit the post. How you can edit? If you click on the three little dots on the upper right section of the post, and here you go to editar, and then you can make changes, right? If you want to add something, if you want to, I mean, you made a mistake and you want to delete something, if you want to update it, if you want to like publish the post later or before, if you want to duplicate, if you want to download it. So there's many different options. Gabi, okay, you want me to share the link again? Okay. Just give me 1 second. Link, and then I'll go through the chat. And this is Padlets. Okay. There you go, Gabi. Okay. So now it's clear, right? How you can edit. You go to where it says editar, upper right section of the post. And then if you want to edit something, you open it, and then you can make changes. If you want to add another sentence, this is how you can do it. Paula, can you share your post, please? Because I can see a doggy.
Yeah, so I already told, I get very happy when I see my dog. When I get home after a long day, she gets very excited and she starts wagging me her tail. So it makes me really happy seeing her face, being so excited, and it takes the worries, the stress, the long day away.
Yeah, they can definitely, they are the best company, right? They don't speak, but they can show their love in many different ways, right? So that's really nice. Thank you, Paula. Paula, can you name another classmate? Somebody, I mean, somebody else, so it's not gonna be me every time.
Fabiana?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Paula. Fabiana, can you share yours? Is it in here? Fabiana.
In my post, I talk about what made me happy, travel with my family, and how important in this moment, and size did not happen with different family working and not time with together and travel and I have a great time.
Good, good. Thank you, Fabiana. Thanks for sharing what makes you happy again. Can you name somebody else?
Maria.
Okay, thank you, Fabiana. Maria, can you share your happiness ideas? What makes you happy? What is happiness? What does it mean to you?
Bueno, no puede. Ahí está.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Is that your family?
Yes.
Good, nice.
Bueno, happiness for me is spend with my family, travel with them, or just staying in home and talk or play. Bueno, play games with my siblings. or nephews.
Okay, our nephews.
Yeah. When estaba editando para agregar,
Yes,
this
I'm
moment
just
makes me so happy because the memories that make me happiness are with them, all the memories.
nice.
And I spend create more
Mhm.
and this.
Okay, good. I'm just adding something that we were just talking about this last week, and this is how we can use gerunds when writing about your something that you like to do or someone you like to be with. So if you want to emphasize on what are the actions or who is it something that makes you happy, you can we can say that spending time with our families is something that definitely makes everybody happy. Traveling with them, that's what I said, or just staying at home, right? Or talking to them, or just playing games. So this is how we can add gerunds when describing these activities that makes people happy. Okay, this moment make me so happy. Good. So this is something that I just wanted to go. I mean, I remember about this is how we can actually use it. Well, I mean, we're actually using the language when doing this kind of descriptions. Okay. Is it Anthony? Can you share yours? Because I can see that you add one that it can actually move. So it looks like a picture, but it moves, right? So it's nice. Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much.
Happiness for me is being healthy, spending time in nature, perhaps with my family, playing with my dogs.
Excellent, excellent, Anthony. Very well done. Can you name somebody else? One of your classmates?
Mateo.
Mateo. Good. Thank you, Anthony. So, Mateo, can you read yours?
Yes. Happiness for me is spending time with my dog and playing with them. Also visiting my family and being with my girlfriend.
Are those your doggies?
Yes.
Oh, they're beautiful. So one is a golden retriever, right?
Yes.
And the other one is a husky.
Uh-huh.
They're nice. They're very, very, very cute. So this is how we're using. As you can see, Mateo is using happiness for him is spending time with his dogs and playing with his dogs, right? Also visiting his family and being with his girlfriend. So this is how we are actually, I mean, because it doesn't really matter for me that you remember the rules, but this is how we can actually use the language in real life information. Okay. And these are some of your other posts. So if you have not done that, can you please do it? Thanks for adding the pictures. Now, while you keep working on this, or maybe if you have to correct something else, let's go through the slides once again. Let me see, just give me one moment. Okay, I got it. And here. Okay, so this is what we are doing right now. Now, we were talking about this different activities, right? That for people is something that makes them feel happy, right? Now, since this is not a course just to learn about grammar or about words, I really want you to practice and to use this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about something. This is not something just about something that you like. What about something you don't mind doing in the house? Anyone? What does it mean, something you don't mind? Can someone help me with that meaning?
Algo que tú no pienses.
Something that it doesn't bother you, right? Something that, okay, if I have to do it, I'll do it, right? What is it something you don't mind doing in the house? I think it was Anthony, right?
Algo que no piensas hacer.
not really think about something that you don't, it doesn't bother you. For example, something I don't really mind doing at home. I don't mind cleaning because it's something that needs to be done, right? Something I don't mind doing at home is actually cooking, right? I have been working remotely for the last 3 weeks because I am a teacher and I teach weekends, but I also teach during the week. And I could not go to my other job because it was very risky, right? So all the kids were doing virtual school, right? So I had to stay at home and I didn't mind doing the cooking because I had to work and, do the house cleaning activities and cooking. So there's something that I don't mind doing, right? Something if I have to do it, I have no choice, right? So tell me about you.
No le gusta, no le importa.
Yeah. I don't really, it's not like I love doing it, but I don't mind doing it. If I have to. So what is something you don't mind doing in the house? Algo que no me molesta. Yeah. If I have to do it, can you share something from, I share already mine. Something that I have to wash, do the laundry, but it's something that I cannot avoid. I have to do it. I have to do it. Monica, what do you think? What is something you don't mind doing at home? Good. Because we have to eat, right? And we cannot be asking, for food or buying food every day. There's people who actually, they do it, but it's not healthy too, right? To be, buying food, like, ordering food every day, morning, afternoon, at dinner. So if
I don't know me washing at home.
washing the dishes. It's something that, someone has to wash the dishes, right? We don't have a disher.
My closet.
Your what? Your closet.
My closet.
Okay, if we have to organize, once you do the laundry, you have to fold, clothing, so someone has to do it, right? Something you like doing with your family. Okay, Crystal, what is something you like doing with your family? Remember, this will be topics for the final exam. I think this is definitely going to be a topic. So we can practice things now. We don't have to wait till the last day of the course. Oh, let's start talking because we have the exam. And not just because of the exam, because this is something that we can do by now, right? What is something you love doing in the summer? Do we have a summer in Ecuador? We don't have a summer. We only have two different seasons. So either it could be like really hot, at least in Guayaquil it's like that, right? Hot and humid, hot and rainy, but it's always hot.
Miss, you like doing with your family? Is I like to be traveling with my family.
Good. Something you like doing with your family? Traveling. Good. Going to the beach. I don't know. It could be going out, having an ice cream, but it's something that you're doing with your family, right? Good. Excellent, Ronald. Is it anybody else? Vaishan? Oh, Chris, it's already.
That I love doing in the summer, I love going to the beach and also to the river.
Okay. What kind of activities can you do when you go to the beach that you really like doing?
I like to walk on the sun and also to take a sunbath.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
You could also add, I like taking pictures of myself, some people like watching the sunset when the sun, at 5:30, between 5:30 and 6, there's the sunset, right? Maybe watching it or just taking a picture, making videos, or maybe swimming in the sea, or maybe So there might be different of activities, different type of activities you might enjoy doing in the summer. Is there anybody else wants to add anything else? Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Ronald. Something you don't feel like doing at the weekend. Something that you don't like doing. You don't
I don't
feel
like to wake up early in the weekend. I don't
let's be
feel
honest.
like
I don't
waking up early.
I don't like it either. Yeah, but I don't feel like doing it, but I have to do it. We have to do it, right? So we have no choice. We have to be ready by 9. And actually, I have to wake a little bit, way before 9, because by 9, I have to be ready in here. Like everything has to be set up. All the windows and all my apps and all my slides and everything. So good. Yeah, let's be honest. Anybody else? Nancy.
Weekends, I don't like working.
Working, yeah.
Working,
We
because
are working.
I working from Monday to Friday only.
I
The
know.
weekends for other things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but we are responsible. We are very responsible people, and we are sacrificing our weekends to study, right? And to work. But I believe that whatever is hard, these kind of sacrifices are really worth it, right? At the end, it will be worth it.
But if it's necessary, okay.
Yeah.
So, but I prefer
just like just to rest, right?
Okay.
Yeah, resting and spending time with your family too. So by the time the clock, by the time it is 1 p.m., I shut it down, I close everything, and I'll try. We'll have to try to get the most of the weekend, right? The rest of time we have. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for being honest. Anybody else? Mateo, Maria, Melanie, Vero. Of course, go. I'm all ears.
I don't feel like doing homework or study on the weekend.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing homework, right? But sometimes we have to do homework at weekends, and we have to study at weekends, like us, right? We're studying. Good. Something you spend too much time doing. This is interesting. What is it, something that one activity or something you do that you spend too much time? Working. Really? How many hours do you work? From Monday to Friday?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. You think you sleep too much? Okay. What is it something you could do instead of just sleeping? Have you ever have you ever thought about, like, instead of sleeping, I could be exercising, like working out, or maybe reading, or maybe working, I don't know, or maybe just listening to music, because I spend too much. What is it, something that people spend too much doing? Besides working or sleeping, is it anything else?
I spend too much time doing my homework.
Okay.
Because I am perfectionist.
Yes, yeah, we think of all the details, right? Oh, but this could be better if you do it like this and like this, and then you might spend too much time. Yeah, it happens. Rocio, what about you? Something you spend too much doing. What do you think?
¿Me puedo decir yo?
Of course, another line, go. Until Rocio keeps, she's thinking.
Spend a lot of time watching series.
Wow, how many hours can you spend? If it's something that you like, right?
Yeah.
So can you spend like 3 hours, 4 hours?
5 hours.
Or 5. So you watch the whole, like from season 1 up to season 2, and then you keep, and every season has at least 8 episodes, right? So it might take a couple of hours. Okay, good. I like. Yeah, 11. Oh, that's too much. That's like the whole day just watching. But if it's interesting, you don't realize time goes fast, right? It's like you're watching and watching, and then you keep watching, and then you lost, you lose track of the time. Good. Thank you. Something you dream of doing, something that like you're dreaming in, I mean, maybe for the future or maybe for the near future. This is my dream. I dream.
I dream of being professional song.
Good, good, good. And that will happen soon, right? That's nice. Okay. You dream of doing anything else? Rocio, something you have been dreaming about. I dream of.
I dream to do exercise
Exercising. Oh, wow.
every day.
Okay, but you're not. I dream of working out every day, of running every day. I dream of eating healthier every day, but I don't do it. Sometimes it might happen. Is it somebody else who wants to share something you're dreaming of doing?
I dream of doing parachuting.
Of doing?
Parachuting.
Oh, nice. You have never done that?
No, I think people that do that are very brave and adventurous also.
Very brave, because I don't know if I could do it. I've never dreamed about, parachuting, but it should be really nice, right? Maybe to feel like you're flying. Really nice, but it takes someone really brave to do it. I think I'm not. I'm not that brave. Something you hate doing. Something you absolutely, it bothers you. Kevin, no he escuchado a Kevin. Where is it, Kevin? Kevin. Okay. Something you hate doing at work or school. I can stand this, but I have to do it. But you hate it. Kevin is thinking. No.
Miss, hi.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Um,
These are interesting questions. It's better when we go through them now, so we can like
of course.
my suggestion, if you ever go through you will be going through a speaking test, right? And you're asked questions that you like, but I have never, I don't know what to say. Just think of something. It might not be true to you, but they don't know you. They don't know if it's true or not, right? I don't know you that much. So if you tell me that I hate waking up early, fine.
Wake up early.
Yes, okay. It could be, just think of something. It doesn't have to be like really, I mean, consider this like a white lie, but it's something that is just for the practice purpose. Gabby, I think Gabby, you wanted to go ahead.
I hate doing the subject, chemistry at the school.
Okay, you don't like
No,
it. Okay,
I don't like it. No.
You hate the chemistry exercises maybe because they might be difficult, right? But you have to do it, but you don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, good. You don't like, I hate doing, I actually hate doing the ironing. I might cook, I might clean, I might do everything at home, but ironing is something that I hate doing. So I don't do it. If I have to wear the clothing, like this, but I don't like it. I hate doing that. So tell me something about you, Ivan. Something you hate doing. Carlos, something you hate doing. Gabi. I hate waking up early.
Miss, I hate spend hours sitting in the office.
Yeah, that's true, right? Sitting for too long, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it might be tiring too. Good. Paula, Maria, Camila, something you hate doing. Diana, Mateo.
I hate driving in traffic.
It's horrible, driving in traffic, and then people start getting stressed and everyone gets annoyed, and it's hot and it's dangerous. So if you're stuck in traffic, it might even be dangerous. So definitely. Thank you, Camila. Something you don't like doing alone. Okay, have you ever thought about this? Something you don't like doing alone, or only by yourself?
I don't like doing alone cooking.
Okay. You don't, so you like someone to be with you, someone to help you. So while you are doing,
Yes,
okay.
because I hate cooking.
Okay. So if they ask you that question, something you hate, I hate cooking, why? And then you can add, I hate cooking because I think I'm bad at cooking. I don't like to, handle the chicken and the meat, and I think it's disgusting. They don't know you, but you're just speaking and you're producing and you're using the words. Okay. Something you don't like doing alone. Anyone, anybody else? Yes.
Sorry. I don't like doing alone to travel because I always travel with my family.
Okay. Yeah, traveling on your own. I mean, for some people it might be fine, right? To spend time on your own, to be alone, but some people like to be with somebody else, right? So they can share a meal, they can go on a trip, and they maybe take pictures, but definitely something I don't like doing alone is eating, for
It
example.
depends of the person.
Oh, it depends on, who are you with, right? If it's someone who's close to you, it could be your sister, it could be your best friend, and you really like to be with them, you like to be with that person, right? To not being alone. Is it someone? No?
Yeah, I don't like to eat a lot. I don't like eating alone.
Yeah, me neither. I think I feel like sad. I don't know. I feel like I'm alone. I don't know. It feels like a little depressing, right? To eat by yourself. It might be, but for some people, it's fine. And they actually enjoy eating by themselves, nobody else. Everybody thinks differently, right? Something you are thinking of doing this weekend besides the English classes. Anthony. Something you've been planning to, you're thinking of doing.
And this weekend,
Uh-huh.
a ver, something I try to do this weekend is continue reading my book. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of keep reading my book. I'm thinking of finishing the book. Carlos, this is something you don't like doing alone, or something you're thinking of doing this weekend? What do you think?
I thinking of going this weekend and go to a birthday party.
Okay. I'm thinking of going to a birthday party. Good. Something you think you're very good or very bad at doing. This is interesting. I need everyone to share something, because you should be good at doing something or bad. But what is it that's something? Vero. Something you're really good at doing. I'm really good at cooking.
Yeah, I think you are very good or very bad. Yeah. I think you are very good to
I am very good. I think I'm very good at.
eat and sleep.
Okay, at eating a lot and sleeping a lot. Okay, it might be something you're really bad. I'm really bad at driving. I don't like to drive. But that's me. That's myself. But what about you?
Miss, I'm bad at cooking dessert.
Okay. Why?
They come with only.
So at the end, you know, the dessert is not really a dessert. It's like something else, but not a dessert. Might happen. I'm really bad at making desserts. Good.
I also make.
Uh-huh. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think that was Monica, right? Or Fabian, I don't know. Someone was trying to say something. Go ahead.
Very good is cookie lasagna.
Okay, okay, good. Meat or chicken lasagna?
Meat.
Okay, good. I'm really good at cooking meat lasagna. Great.
Which one beat it?
Which one? So what is
Repeat it.
something you're really good at, Ronan? Really good.
Miss,
Uh-huh.
I am very good at singing.
Really? What kind of music can you sing?
Romantic music.
Oh, nice. I'm really bad. That you remind me something I'm really
Pasillos.
bad. Really? Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. So we hope we can listen to you one day, right? To sing a little bit for us. Thank you, Gabby. So think about this. Think about this. These are some interesting questions. We might have never been asked this, even in Spanish, right? So in English, it might be challenging, but this is something that we can, by now, we can actually talk about, right? Something you don't like doing by yourself, something you hate doing, something you like doing, something you're really good or bad. So do not forget about this kind of, whatever you see the speaking practice. If you want to do it on a separate meeting, if you want to join in another Zoom session, maybe you can practice among yourselves. If you have someone that can help you have this interaction, if you want to record a video of yourself asking yourself questions and then answering questions, I mean, you have to find different ways. If you don't have someone like me that can ask you these questions, find a friend, maybe a cousin. Uy, yo tengo una amiga que ella sabe inglés. Okay, le pido a mi amiga, can we please practice, because I need someone to practice, because we are not using English every day, so it might be hard. But we have to find the ways. If you want to listen, if you're watching a movie, something that really helped me when I was learning, I didn't understand anything at the beginning. Usually when you're watching a movie, go to the or choose the movie that have captions, right? Like los subtítulos. As you listen, you can read and you can try to understand maybe the jokes or maybe some words they use. How do they pronounce the words? Maybe listening to music in English. So everything that might be helpful for you, go ahead and try it. Okay, that was just, this is just something that we talked about last week, right? That was the gerunds. How can we use gerunds? We could use gerunds as a subject when you're saying writing in English is difficult. Reading is something I like doing. Has a direct object of a sentence when you say, I like watching TVs, I like writing in English, I like listening to songs, I like singing like Gabby. So this is how we can use the ing forms with any verbs. As a subject, my cat's favorite activity is sleeping. My favorite time of the day activity is eating. I don't know. my favorite my favorite sport is running. So we can use the ing forms in different situations, in different contexts. As an object of a preposition, we should be interested in hearing your comments. Would you like to walk instead of taking the bus? So this is another way. And after certain expressions, like my cat's favorite activity is sleeping, one of his duties is doing homework. So we're using gerunds in all of these different situations. Now we have this practice, and this is actually the first grammar practice from unit number 7B, I think, right? So they ask you to rewrite the verbs using the ing form or the infinitive form. So it might be ing or infinitive. So it is up to you to identify when we should use gerunds and when we should not use gerunds and just the infinitive form of the verb. So help me. Usually always number 1 is done. So I like listening to the radio in the morning. So after the word, after some verbs like, I like listening, I love cooking, I hate ironing, I hate driving. So we usually use ing forms. So this is just example. But what about the first one?
Means when I use infinitive.
Infinitives, it has different uses. It might be in different situations. How we can identify them, just my best recommendation is just to practice. There are rules. I shared the rules last week in my slides, but I don't usually go by the rules. I go by the practice. That's my way of remembering how do you use them. But there's, for example, if we talk about gerunds, usually after certain verbs has what it says in here, it might be in certain expressions, it might be has a subject of a sentence. So there might be different situations. And on the other hand, let me see, that was last week. Let me see if I find I actually shared something about infinitives. Let me see. I think it's in here. Remember we were talking about making a good impression, and that was actually the very first practice, and that was last week. Let me see, and here. If we talk about infinitives, these are the other situations. Usually it's used to show the purpose of an action. The student studied very hard to pass the exam. She's going to England to learn. We are taking this course to learn more about English. I am here in the class to practice my speaking. So we can use that in different, it might be just to show the purpose, but it has some other different uses. Usually, the students study very hard to pass the exam. So this is only one. It might be used as another way of explaining or describing or like writing the meaning of in order to. I am working at the weekends in order to practice my language a little bit more. I am studying law in order to become a lawyer. So instead of saying in order to, I might use just the infinitive form. I am studying law. And then how can you use it? I am studying law because I want to learn how to, because I want to fight for people's rights. So this is another way of, instead of saying in order to, you can use the word to help people, to practice, to become a lawyer, to work has. So it has different contexts. And in here, they're asking us just to practice the gerund forms, not infinitives. But it might be that's first, in some of the cases might be ing, in some of the cases might be infinitive. So how can we do the first one? How it should be right? To do pilates is good for your health, or doing pilates is good for your health?
Doing Pilates is good for your health.
Doing, right? Because in this case, the gerund it becomes the subject of the sentence. So doing Pilates is good for your health. That's the subject. Okay, that's the first one. But I think you did number 2 already. We've decided
Not hate.
No.
Don't hate.
Having no.
Close, you're close, but not too close. What could be another option? But not, it's not having. Not in here is infinitive. We decided not to have a holiday this year.
Yo diría not to have.
Not to have. ¿Se acuerdan que cuando se negaba, cuando usábamos infinitivos y se usaba la negación, de primero iba el not? Ajá. Not to, I remember when making a good impression, we mentioned something about if you want to make a good impression, try not to be late. I remember that one. So it's usually not to have, not to be, not to do. So in here, it will be, we decided not to have a holiday this year. Can someone please help me writing what is it missing? Okay. Number 3, Monica, can you read it?
We won't take the car. It's impossible parking.
It's impossible parking in the center of the city. We've decided not to take the car. We won't take the car because it's impossible parking. It's impossible finding a place to park. So in here, gerunds. Okay, there's one more. Number 4. I'm not very good. ¿Se recuerdan estas expresiones? When you're saying, I'm very bad at cooking, I'm very bad at driving, I'm very bad at waking up. So usually we use gerunds. This is another, you can write, but let me share the access again in the chat. Okay, let me share the access to the slides.
I have a problem also because
Yes.
I'm not on my computer on Zoom. I am on my cell phone and I have to send the
But you can
link
write it.
to...
Oh, you can write in the chat if you can. Can you write in the chat?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not very good at reading. So being good at or being bad at, ing. That's another rule, but this is how it's used in real context. Number 5, you can borrow the car if you promise. Is it to drive or driving? What do you think?
To drive slowly.
You can borrow the car if you promise to drive. It's not driving in here. It's just to drive. Okay, let me fix it. Okay, to drive. Okay, let me see. Okay, we know. It keeps coming like, okay. I don't know why it keeps coming like, there you go. Like uppercase. You can borrow the car if you promise to drive. So if you promise to drive, you can take the car, or I can give you the car. Okay. Number 6, has it stopped? This is a question, right? Has it stopped raining? Okay, good. Number 7, I don't mind. This is another expression, right? That is usually used with gerunds. I don't mind doing the cleaning. I don't mind cooking. I don't mind washing the dishes, as Ronald said. Usually we use gerunds in those situations. I don't mind cooking, but I don't mind cooking, but I don't like, let me see. So the first was is cook and the second one is do. But I don't like doing the washing up. Let me see. I think we have to rephrase number 7. One is gerund and the other one is not gerund. Let me see the chat. Let me see your other. Why is it to cook and then doing? This is interesting. Because there's 2 different verbs, 2 different actions. I don't mind
cooking, but I don't like to do the washing up.
But in here, they're like contrasting 2 different ideas. This is something I like and something I don't like that much. I don't mind to cook the meal. It should be fine if it was just I don't mind cooking. But there's another idea that is actually contrasting the first idea. So I don't mind to cook, but I don't like doing the washing up. Something that you like, but you're like comparing with something you don't like. So when you have these different situations and you are kind of comparing both, usually we can use infinitive on the first one and then gerund on the second one. I don't mind to cook, but I don't like doing the washing up, because after the verb like, usually all the verbs will use an ing. Okay. Number 8, let me see. I hate getting up early. Good, because it's I hate, I like, I don't mind, ing. I don't mind. I hate getting up early in the morning. Okay, and I think that's the last one, right? Is there any other? I think we don't have any other. And this is something, okay, this is the vocabulary section. Let me see. Verse plus the gerund. So usually this is another way of using gerunds after specific or different specific actions or verbs. So in here, we have enjoy, finish, go on, hate, like, love, don't mind, spend time, start, stop, or feel like. So usually after these verbs, we use the ing forms. So how can we complete them? I enjoy, and the first one is done. I enjoy reading in bed. So after the verb enjoy, we usually use ing. What about number 2? Have you finished?
Tidying.
Have you finished tidying your room? So what does it mean to tidy? What is the meaning of tidying?
Yes.
Like organizing, clean, like getting a place ready, like getting a place clean is to tidy some specific place. Have you finished tidying your room? So that would be number 2. Can you please? Oh, thank you. You're already writing. Thank you. Number 3, I want to go on, or to go on, it means to continue until I'm 60.
Working.
So what do I usually ask one good advice or something that might be useful is to just start crossing out the verbs that have already been used. So tidy is used already. Work, that was the second option, right? Work. Okay, and that is done. It was used already. So we know that those verbs are taken. Okay. Working. So Crystal, let me, exactly. Thank you. You're moving it a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. Number 4, I hate when I'm meeting someone. What could be the best choice? The best?
Being.
I hate being late when I'm meeting someone because there's something, you know, if you want to give a good impression, being on time is something that actually it will definitely give a good impression. But if you are late when you're meeting someone, it's not really something nice from someone that you're meeting for the first time, right? So the verb be is already taken. So we cross it out. And this is how we can keep going. Thank you, Crystal, again. I like
Having.
having. I like having. I like having. Yo creo que esto sí lo expliqué, ¿no? No es como en español que nosotros decimos, deme un café, deme un sándwich, deme un jugo. Lo decimos así en español. Pero en inglés es diferente. Hay ciertas expresiones que se usan con verbos que nosotros no usamos en español. Y que por eso a veces podría sonar un poco extraño para nosotros, hasta acostumbrarnos. In English, when you're ordering food, you usually say, can I have a coffee? Can I have a sandwich? Can I have, oh, let's have a juice. Let's have some tea. So actually it's to have. I like having breakfast. I like having breakfast in a cafe. Good. Let me see. There's number 6. I love on a sunny morning, waking up. Waking up. It makes sense. I love waking up on a sunny morning. Okay, good. Number 7. I don't mind doing the ironing. It's quite relaxing. Well, for some people, it might be relaxing. For some others, like me, it's something that I don't like doing. But well, everybody's different. Spend time. She spends hours
talking.
Talking on the phone. I forgot to cross out the verbs. So have was taken, wake up, it was taken 2. Number 7, don't mind. To do was taken already. So we can check and we can see what are the other options left. Number 9, it started
Raining.
Raining?
To rain.
But in all of these situations, for all of these verbs, we...
In night raining.
It started raining, right?
In night raining.
Raining, okay. Thank you, Ronald. Okay, it started raining at 5:30 in the morning. So rain is taken. What about 10? Gabby? Or Maria de Los Angeles, I don't know if you can help me.
Making.
Please stop making such a noise. I can think. Is there any other options besides making? I think make is taken now. Okay. And what about 11? I don't feel like let's go out for lunch. Sometimes you don't feel like cooking, right? Because you might feel tired or you might feel like you don't want to cook. So what is the second, your plan B? just to go out or to maybe order food, right? So I don't feel like cooking today. Let's go out for lunch. Good. Now let's stop right here and let's go to Moodle, because I think by now we should be able to work all this practice in Moodle. And let me see, this is unit 7B, right? Let me see. 7. Okay, just give me a moment. We are here, right? This is unit 7B and this is student book activities. Last week, we did the first one, right? When we talk about being happy. What is something that made these people happy? So this is the one we did last week, and this is the one we were practicing just, let me see. Oh no, this is done. This was done last week too. Let me see. So we did number 1, 1B, and 1D. This is the first one, Grammar Bank 1A, right? But I think we did this too, right? So this is done. So we did up to 1A and then 1B. Let me see if this is something that needs to be done. This is the one, okay. So unit 7B, student book, and this is Grammar Bank 1B. Put the verbs in the ing form or infinitive. So in here we had to choose whether gerunds or infinitives. And this is the one we were doing on the slides, but in here it is a quiz, okay? So go ahead. I know you can try it. Check the slides. And I'll give you time, okay? So we can work on Grammar Bank 1B, and there's one more. Grammar Bank 1B, and this one, if you take a look at this practice, this is something that we should do now. That's why I asked you to write about what is happiness is for you on Padlet, because in here, in Moodle, this is a quiz. So this quiz will ask you to write your own continuation for happiness is. So in here, you can take some of the ideas from Padlet and you can add them in here, and you don't have to spend time thinking about what is happiness for me because it was already done in Padlet, okay? So think of 5 things. It could be songs, food, or places, films, people that make your life happier. Explain why. Write at least 100 words. If you want to start doing this now, you can do it. Try to do it now. But it will be open until tomorrow. So it will close tomorrow at 11:59, okay? But if you want to go ahead and do it right now, go ahead and try it. Where can you grab some ideas from? From here. Let me see. I close it. Oh, no, it's in here. That's why I asked you to do this before. This was kind of a pre-practice. So if you want to grab ideas about what happiness is from you from the post, go ahead, use them. Happiness for me is a moment shared with my family. Okay, so you can use those ideas. That's why I asked you to write at least 4 sentences, so you can have at least, it might be 100 words. Let me see if that is the minimum, or let me consider that just the maximum amount of words. But I want you to push yourselves and try to write a little bit more than just 1 sentence or 2 sentences, okay? Let me give you a limit of 80 words. Okay, so at least you need 4 sentences. Or maybe 5, so you can reach at least 80 words, okay? So if you want to grab ideas from here, these are your classmate ideas. I wanted you to add a comment. For example, Monica, happiness for me is meeting with my family to talk and do karaoke and cook. So how can you add a comment? Great, Monica. Spending time with our families. Is something that definitely make our lives happier. Okay, and this is how I am adding a comment on what Monica wrote. So this is another way of practicing adding comments. When you read something and you add a comment, you are not grabbing ideas from the web. You're not translating. It's something that comes from your own mind. And this is how you can practice. Okay. Happiness for me is, and Adelaide said, happiness for me is being with my family, my dogs on the beach, eating seafood. And this is my comment, but I want you to add your own comments, okay? If you want to do it later, it's fine. I'm doing it now. So you can, I can read, right, your post. This is actually being updated because I think that some people are adding more information. Good. Another like. Thanks for sharing. That's my comment, but you can add your own. Sharing what makes you happy. And that's my comment, okay? How can you interact through the post? You can like them, right? I like. And here, I can add a like too. So you can like other classmates' comments. You can add your own comment. And you can use these ideas so you can work on the writing section of Unit 7B. Okay, so this is what we are doing now. The grammar section, we already practiced. We went through all the different statements and the gerunds and infinitive forms. If you made a mistake, it's fine. You always have a second chance to do the quiz, okay? Because on the first attempt, you might not have everything right. If you made a mistake, it's fine. It takes time for you to get used to how to use grammar, but the best is just to practice. So if you did not post anything, remember you have to do it, okay? So now I'm gonna stop sharing this and I'll go back to Moodle. See how are you doing in Moodle, okay? Let's go back. Okay, this is where we are, 7B, right? So this is what you are doing, right? The grammar B, 1B section. Okay, let me see if it's done so we can move to the writing section. Okay, Anthony, good. Melanie, Ana Cecilia, okay, Crystal. And this is how I usually check that you're actually doing all the practice. Do not forget to do all the quizzes because then we'll be moving forward and doing more quizzes. And then every quiz takes time. It usually has like 7 or 6 minutes for you to do it, to complete it. But again, if you want to do it again, if you had 5 on the first quiz or 6 or 3 or 2, and if you want to improve your grade, you can always have a second chance, okay? Okay. So that is 7B. Let me go now to, okay. This is where you write. How do you write? And here you don't have to upload anything you only go through the text, and then where there's gonna be like a
Teacher,
specific, yes.
yes,
An
I am doing the writing section about write your own continuation for happiness. I wrote like 106 words and I trying to send it, but it says that the limit of the words are 80.
Oh, I
and
changed
have
it.
to put
Yeah,
in.
yeah. At the beginning I add 100 words as the limit, but then I changed it. Yeah, I changed it up to 80 words since this is the first time we're writing. I mean, this is yeah. So can you edit if you? I mean, what happened? Did it let you submit the assignment or not? You cannot.
It said, el límite de palabras para esta entrada es de 80 palabras y estás intentando enviar 106 palabras. Por favor, revisa el contenido e inténtalo de nuevo.
Okay, so you can try again.
Yeah, but I have to write only 80 words.
Up to 80. Up to 80.
Up to 80.
Yeah. Then next time we can work up to 100 and then 120, and then we can, I consider since this is the first time, we can limit 80 words, and then we can continually increase the number of words, but not like on the first one. So I can make it a little bit easy to handle on the first time. Then I might ask you to write more words. But good to know that you can edit and you can try again. That was my concern.
Miss.
Ana.
No, Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Writing activity is for now.
Yeah, try to do it now. It will close tomorrow at before 12 p.m. But if we can do it now, it could be even better. Because I understand that some of you might not have, the access. Maybe you're working from a device where you cannot type, but if you can do it now, please do it now. So you can push yourself to do it, because then there are going to be more activities, and then it will be closing tomorrow. So you might easily forget. So let's try to do it right now. I'll give you 5 more minutes, okay? How can you grab ideas? Go to Padlet. Try to recycle those ideas. Maybe you should have to add a little bit more. Maybe one more sentence, maybe something to close, like your main ideas. So these are some of so being happy for me, or happiness for me is, and then you can summarize all the ideas into one last sentence. And this is how you can maybe complete the 80 words limit, up to 80 words. Yes, Fredo, right now.
7B.
This is unit 7B, yes, and this is the writing section. It's called 1F, write your own continuation for happiness. That's how is it called. How are you doing? Just to remind you that I need to have your names on the post. In here, you can add it after the topic. You can add your name after the last sentence. So it could be at the very beginning where the topic is, as Camila made. Camila has, she wrote her name below the topic, right? And another like too, Ivan, and this is a way. Yeah, if you want to do it at the very end of the text, it could be done too. But do not forget to add your name, okay? So thank you, Fabiana, Maria, this is Cristel, Vero, Monica. Okay, I'm trying to go through each of this. And here there's one that, oh, Gabi, okay, Gabi, that's Gabi. Rocio, Melanie, Carlos, that's Maria de Los Angeles, right? Anna, Ronald, Nancy. In here, there's one that it doesn't have a name, okay? It doesn't have a picture either. I don't know if you edited. It was edited, and maybe you can add the name in here. This is Gabi. Is that your dog, Gabi? Qué lindo. So cute.
Yes, her name is Canelita.
Canelita. Canelita because of the color, right? Oh,
What?
cinnamon. In English, it would be cinnamon.
Yes.
In Spanish,
Perrito
Canelita.
salchicha.
Oh, how do you call them? I mean, the breed has a name. And in Spanish, we call them sausage, right?
Yeah.
But they have a name in English. I don't remember the name. Cannot remember now. Nice. Okay, good. This is Paula's dog. Nice. And that's Ivan. I think Ivan is used to being at the beach, right? Where the picture was taken, is that you in the picture?
And the picture is the last year.
Oh, it's the last year.
I went to Aruba with my girlfriend.
Oh, I thought that it was Galapagos. That's why I was asking. But Galapagos is beautiful too, right?
Yes, yes.
You can teach everyone about Galapagos because you know a lot about Galapagos. Oh, but that is Aruba. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Aruba is island, beautiful island.
It's nice, right?
How do you say demasiado?
It's too much. Like it's too
much.
Expensive. No. What? How?
Calor. How do you say calor?
It's too hot. It's too hot. Really? Is it too hot? Aruba?
Yes.
Really? It's like humid. Like a lot of humidity. Wow. I didn't know that. Well, and we are used to heat. I mean, to the heat, right? And the hot weather. But I didn't know that Aruba was really hot. Okay, interesting. Thank you, Ivan. Okay, so did you finish? Could you do it? Let me see. Okay, let's see. This is just the first one, so it might take, that's why I didn't push it to the 100. I decreased the number of words up to just 80, but I want you to try and to try it now because then you might forget. Okay, let me see. So how can I check this? I'll go to see everything and see everyone, and this is how I can see who did finished by now. So thank you, Ivan. You're done.
Miss,
Yes.
What happens if I do more than 100 words? If because I have 98 and I just put 4 things that make me happy, it was 5.
Let me do something. Let me try to do something. Let me see if I can change the word limit, because I know that Anna, she wrote like more than 100 words, and it didn't allow her to upload it. You know what? Let me do something. Let me try, because I'm not the expert on the platform, but I usually try. This is what I've done. I don't know if it might be helpful for you. I disable the number of words. So it could be 80, it could be 90, it could be 100, it could be, but try not to write less than 80, okay? So let me refresh this, and let me see if can you try to send it now? And please let me know if it accepts you like writing more than 80 now.
I will, when I finish, I will send it,
Okay.
then I will.
You let me know. So this is how I can check. I'm not gonna be grading this now, but I wanted to make sure that you actually do it, okay? So Anna is done, and another lie, and let me see, and Gabby. If I go to page number 2, this is how I can keep looking at everybody else submissions, right? Maria de Los Angeles, okay, good. Paula is done. Raisha is done. And then if I keep going to page number 3, this is how can Anthony. Okay, good. So you still have time till tomorrow to finish, but I wanted to push you now, because there might be then it's only one day, so it's only up to tomorrow, and I wanted you to practice now. So if you're done, and let's have a break now. Okay, let's have a break, because we might. Okay, so we are back. Let's keep moving, and let's keep working on, there's something I wanted to show you now about this. Okay, now that I know that I have a singer, I think I'm gonna be asking her some questions, but not just her. Okay, so we're gonna keep talking, but now it's going to be about singing. I know I have a singer in here. So Gabby, what do you think about singing? And not just Gabby, I mean everyone. Is singing good for your health? What do you think? Are you a good singer? Who is a good singer? I know the good singer, but I need to know your opinions on this. Because then it's gonna be like a monologue, only me speaking.
It's true.
Why?
Why singing is good for to help stress.
Okay, to relieve the stress.
Express your feeling, and it's important.
Yeah, sometimes, especially women, right? Sometimes we might feel sad, we might feel down. We're not, we have different ups and downs, right? We have our good days, and I think it's not just for the ladies, right? It might be for everyone. We are not always feeling happy, or we're not always sad, but if we are sad, something that can make us feel better or to relieve the stress, as Vero says, is singing, right? Okay, so it might be good. It might be something good. According to you, this is true. Is there someone who thinks it's not really good for your health? Another opinion? Someone who disagrees on this? What do you think? If you want to sing well, you need to learn how to breathe correctly. I mean, that I think this is more like kind of professional singing, right? Is it singing related to breathing? How are they related? How is
in that
I'm sorry.
Because there are techniques
Mhm.
to sing, and I will sound like you will drown.
I know, right? If you don't learn how to, I mean, if you want to sing, you need to breathe, right? Otherwise, if you need to go on a high note and you don't have enough air in your lungs, you might not reach that high note, right? I mean, I think that's kind of more professional singing, right? But it's actually connected, right? The way you breathe on how well or how high or down your notes can go, right? Okay, this is interesting. There's another statement. People who sing are usually farther than people who don't. Is it true or not? Do they are more like overrated? Why? And it's not really true, right? Why? What do you think?
Because exists singer that I think.
Taylor Swift is slim, right? But Mr. Pavarotti, he wasn't skinny, right? And he was a tenor, right? That's how you call it. Someone who's like has a very special kind of voice that can sing like in an opera, right? So is it usually true or not? People who sing are usually farther than people who don't, according to you.
I don't think it's related the singing with the weight.
Your weight, right?
I don't think it's related to.
What is it something that might really affect the way you sing rather than your weight? I think it's not really related to your weight. I think it's more connected to your skill. I mean your voice skills, right? I'm not an expert, but I think it's not really related to how much you weigh, right? What do you think about statement number 4? Not everybody can learn to sing. What do you think? Any ideas? Crystal, Nancy, Monica, Raisha.
Yes, it's false. Because if you practice, you can hear.
Right? You might be born with a skill. It means that you might be born with this incredible ability or amazing voice, but you can also train, you can practice, right? If you want to become a singer and you were not born with the talent, but if you really put yourself into a lot of training after, I don't know, a couple of years, I don't know how much or how much longer, how long can it take? It might happen, right? What do you think? Or do you really, I mean, if you want to sing, you don't have to learn. It's something natural.
I think you have to have some talent.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like the talent and the training, then if you connect those two aspects, it might be even better, right? Because we don't know how long did it take for Mrs. Swift to become a singer. I think she started when she was really young, right? Do I have any Swifties in here? No. Because I think she started when she was very, very small. And maybe she was born with the talent, but she went through a lot of training too. Okay, now another statement. You need to know how to read music to be able to sing well. What does it mean to read music? How can you read music?
Understand the letters of the music, yes?
The notes, right? Because I don't really I'm not an expert, but I think that once you know how to read music, you can like connect like the notes when your ability to sing, maybe, right? Anthony, what do you think? Might be true or not?
Yes.
It might be, right? If you know how to read, then the performance will even better, right? What about the next statement? If you make a surprise face, you can senior high notes better, like the expression, the facial expressions, the way your body, I mean your reactions. This sounds professional. Gabby, what do you think? If you make if you have like face expressions, can you
Yes,
see the
yes,
notes?
yes. It's very
Because
important.
if you're
It's
singing
very
it,
important.
if you're like that, and I mean, you have to feel it, right?
Yes.
I mean, and if you really feel it, your body shows your feelings, right?
And the breath is important too.
And the breathing, right? Because if you don't breathe
Yes.
enough, if you breathe like, I don't know.
La postura.
Yeah, the way you stand, right?
Yes.
You stand like this, and you don't breathe, and you don't feel any emotion. If you don't train, I mean, you're not gonna become a good singer, right? And there's one more. It takes years to learn to sing better. It might take years. Is it true or not?
It's true.
Why?
And, and the persons were with the talent, but he or she needs starting practice. That is a process.
It is a process, exactly.
Because I think need more years equal to dance.
Yeah, it's like dancing, right?
To dance, exactly, dancing, exactly.
You
And
have to practice.
From child, practice to no sé cómo se alcanzar,
to reach.
To reach a good level.
And yeah, I mean, a level where they can perform like difficult dances and different movements, but it doesn't happen like in 1 week or in 1 year. It might take years. Let's take, for example, Shakira. Everybody knows Shakira, right? When did she start it? Did she start it when she was 30 years old? I think now she's like 40 something, right? She doesn't even look like she's 40. She looks very good, right? Very well. But she started when she was really small. Selena, I think she started when she was a little girl, right? So it took years for them to become what they are now. It took years for them to practice. They might have been born with a talent, right? They might have a good voice, but it takes a lot of time. Mr. Messi, he's not a singer, but he's an excellent football player. But he trains every day. We don't know how many hours, but it takes a lot of time. So if you want to really excel, if you want to master something, it might be singing, it might be learning a language. It doesn't happen in one course. It doesn't happen in 2 months, in 1 year. It might take years for you to really become better. But it might happen. I mean, everybody can do it, right? If you have the language talent, you might be good at speaking languages, but if you don't practice, it's not going to happen either. But right, so it might be just not, it doesn't apply just for singing, it's for everything. So now we're going to listen to the story of a girl. Let me see. I think this is not in here. It's in Moodle. So I don't have the audio in here, but I do have it on the platform. Let's go back to Unit 7. Let's see, I'll show you what it is. Okay, this is Unit 7. We did up to here, right? Up to the writing section. That was the last activity. Before moving into this, I think we did the speaking section. Let me see. But don't worry, we'll do it in a little bit. I want you to listen to the story of this. This is an interview between a director of a singing school, and there's a student who she actually was a student at this singing school, and they're having a conversation. He's interviewing the girl. So let's see what happened.
3.32.
I mean, I don't.
Good morning and welcome. In today's program, we're going to talk about singing. In the studio, we have Martin, the director of a singing school in London, and Gemma, a student at Martin's school. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
First, Martin, can you tell us, why is it a good idea for people to learn to sing?
First, because singing makes you feel good. And secondly, because singing is very good for your health.
Really? In what way?
Well, when you learn to sing, you need to learn to breathe correctly. That's very important. And you also learn to stand and sit correctly. As a result, people who sing are often fitter and healthier than people who don't.
Are your courses only for professional singers?
No, not at all. They're for everybody. You don't need to have any experience of singing, and you don't need to be able to read music.
So how do your students learn to sing?
They learn by listening and repeating. Singing well is really 95% listening.
Okay. Gemma, tell us about the course. How long did it last?
Only one day, from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening.
Could you already sing well before you started?
No, not well. I've always liked singing, but I can't read music, and I never thought I sang very well.
So what happened on the course?
Well, first we did a lot of listening and breathing exercises, and we learnt some other interesting techniques.
What sort of things?
Well, for example, we learnt that it's easier to sing high notes if you sing with a surprised look on your face.
Oh, really? Could you show us?
Well, I'll try.
Well, for those of you at home, I can promise you that Gemma looked very surprised. Were you happy with your progress?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, we were singing in almost perfect harmony. It was amazing. In just one day, we really were much better.
Could you two give us a little demonstration?
Oh, okay.
Okay. La 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 la.
Okay, so that was the director of, what was his name again? The director of the music school? No? Anyone? Did you grab that information? What was the guy's name? Martin, right? And what is the girl's name?
Gemma.
Gemma, right? In Spanish it would be Gemma, right? But in English it's Gemma, right? So they are interviewing these two people. He's the director of a singing school and she's a student. Okay? She has been training how to sing. And according to them, and according to what we thought about singing, is there something good for your health? What did he mention about this?
Yes.
Yes, right. It is good. And was it true the fact that if you have more weight, you can sing better? What did he mention about this? He said something. And before that, he actually said something about breathing.
Yeah, he said currently breathing, sitting, and standing up.
So it's not just like, oh, I'm singing because, oh, I like this song, and I start singing like nothing. So you have to, first of all, he said you have to learn how to breathe. So there's a lot of breathing techniques and breathing practice, and then it's also important the way you stand. So it's not, you're not gonna be like this if you want to sing, you know, the way you stand, the way you breathe. And he said something else. He said breathing, standing, and I mean the way your body, I mean the posture, right? I mean the way your back, I think, the way your body is. So everything is involved in the training, in the singing training. And there are some questions about this. But let me see. There's something else at the end. So how did she feel after training? Did she how did she feel? She learned something? Can she do it better now after the practice? How long did she practice?
She practiced one day and she said that she felt the difference in one day because she didn't know how to do it when she started the class. But at the end of the day, she was able to sing
better, right? Maybe she's not perfect. Maybe she's not a professional yet because it's only one day, right? But she mentioned something about the way your emotions or your face expression, and she even made a demonstration, right?
Yes, she makes a surprise face to get the high notes.
To reach a high note better, right? Yeah. Note. So if you're like, oh, like no, it's not gonna happen, right? So she was like, we could not see. I mean, her face and the way she looked, but the interviewer said, "Oh, I can tell you that she actually seemed very surprised." So it really helps, right? So it's about breathing. It's about the technique. It takes time. Now, I want you to listen one more time because there are going to be some questions about this, okay? Let me show you how the question looks like, and then let me see. Our audio is here, so we can listen again. So these are the different statements that we need to complete, okay? When you're learning to sing, you need to, there's a missing gap, and these are the different options correctly. Singing well is 95%. Nothing yet. Gemma's course lasted how long? Gemma's has always. At first, the students learned to. And then number 6, at the end of the day, they could sing. And these are the options. So let's listen one more time so you can try to find what the missing information and where does it really go into the different statements, okay? I'll play it again.
3.32. Good morning and welcome. In today's program, we're going to talk about singing. In the studio, we have Martin, the director of a singing school in London, and Gemma, a student at Martin's school. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
First, Martin, can you tell us, why is it a good idea for people to learn to sing?
First, because singing makes you feel good. And secondly, because singing is very good for your health.
Really? In what way?
Well, when you learn to sing, you need to learn to breathe correctly. That's very important. And you also learn to stand and sit correctly. As a result, people who sing are often fitter and healthier than people who don't.
Are your courses only for professional singers?
No, not at all. They're for everybody. You don't need to have any experience of singing, and you don't need to be able to read music.
So how do your students learn to sing?
They learn by listening and repeating. Singing well is really 95% listening.
Okay. Gemma, tell us about the course. How long did it last?
Only one day, from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening.
Could you already sing well before you started?
No, not well. I've always liked singing, but I can't read music, and I never thought I sang very well.
So what happened on the course?
Well, first we did a lot of listening and breathing exercises, and we learnt some other interesting techniques.
What sort of things?
Well, for example, we learnt that it's easier to sing high notes if you sing with a surprised look on your face.
Oh, really? Could you show us?
Well, I'll try.
Well, for those of you at home, I can promise you that Gemma looked very surprised. Were you happy with your progress?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, we were singing in almost perfect harmony. It was amazing. In just one day, we really were much better.
Could you two give us a little demonstration?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
La
la la la la la la la la.
And that's Gemma practicing after the course, the training session. So help me. When you learn to sing, you need to. What was his first advice? We didn't know. But is it in here? Is it in one of the options?
Listen and breathe.
Stand.
Stand.
When you're learning to sing, you need to
stand correctly.
Okay, where is it? To stand correctly? Is it just only about standing? What do you think? So first of all, you need to. It's just stand. Okay.
Listen and breathe.
And sing.
Let me see. Listen and breathe. I think that was the technique, right? That's what they learn when they are in the training session. But when you're learning, what's the first thing that you have to do correctly?
Breathe and think.
But singing is already here because
breathing.
Just breathing. But is it correct if we say we need to breathe in correctly? I'm sorry.
Yeah, miss, it's a stand.
Stand, right? So first, before you start even breathing, you have to stand, right? How can you breathe correctly if you are standing like this? So you need to stand, in a proper position, straight. Because if you're standing like this, your lungs can grab more air, right? So, and you can breathe better. If you breathe better, then you can learn the techniques and then the higher notes and so on. So that's like the first, that's like step number one, stand correctly. Then he said something about how much, if we mention all the techniques, what is it really 95% about singing?
Listening.
He said listening, right? Okay, so if you listen, because how can you sing if you don't listen? It's like when you're talking. People usually start talking, even babies, they start talking when they listen to other people speaking. If they don't listen to anyone, they are living by themselves and they're not gonna listen to any human being speaking, they will not speak either. So you need to listen so you can produce and you can say something, right? So singing well is 95% about listening. So first you listen and then you can sing. You can produce the song. The sounds. So it's about listening. What about number 3? How much did it last, the course?
1 day.
1 day.
Only 1 day. It wasn't a month. It wasn't like a year. It was just 1 day. It wasn't 1 week either. She said only 1 day. After a day, she already felt that she was singing better. Gemma has always
liked singing.
She always liked, but she didn't know how to sing properly. And that's why she might be taking the course. So she can sing correctly, right? Good. At first, the students, what do they learn after they stand correctly? What is the next step? So they stand and then they start learning how to
breathing.
Listen and breathe.
So first they stand correctly, then they listen a lot and they breathe a lot. So these are the techniques that they learn throughout the course, right? And then at the end of the day, they can feel that they could sing
much better.
Much better. It's not like excellent. They're not professional. They're not Shakira or Taylor Swift. In one day, it's not going to happen, right? But it could be much better. Okay, I know you try it. Okay, it's really simple. You don't have to type anything. You only choose the right options. If there's a mistake, we might check. All right, let me see your attempts. Crystal. Okay, Ros. Okay, let's see what happened with Vero. Okay, Vero. Okay, how well did you do? Yes, Rocío.
No, Crystal, es que estaba así, pero no me fijé la verdad del tiempo, entonces se me cerró.
But you have a second attempt. So try again.
Sí, sí.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Yeah. Yeah, I always give you like a second chance because on the first one, sometimes it's not about the answers, if they are right or wrong, but sometimes it's the time. Okay, so first you have to stand correctly, then it's all about listening, and then breathing techniques. It lasted 1 day, but she always liked, so she went into the course to learn how to do it much better. So at the end of the day, she realized that she had improved. At least in 1 day, she could feel that it was much better. Not perfect, but better. And that's it. That's it. So if you made a mistake, go ahead, try again. Okay. And there was something else that we didn't do. I think I have this on the slides. Let me see. The vocabulary section, that was done, I think. Let me see. Vocabulary section. We did this, right? But I don't know if we try it in here. Oh, we didn't try it in Moodle. Okay, this is something that we did on the slides before the recess. And these are when talking about gerunds and when do we usually use verbs with ing, these are some of the verbs that are usually followed by a verb with ing. So I enjoy in bed. We did this already. Have you finished tidying up? I think it was tidying up your room. I want to go on working. I think it was working, right? So try it now. So these are the options. These are the different actions that might well fit in one of the gaps, but we have to read again. So what about the first one? What was the first one? I enjoy. What was the option? Was it cooking in bed? No, right?
Reading.
Reading, right?
Reading.
Reading. So yeah, it happens. Some people like reading in bed because it's comfortable. You don't have to be like this on the table. So you're like laying down. Yeah. Have you finished tidying? I think in here was tidying, right? I want to go on working, and then I hate something you hate doing. I think it was being, right? Late. Because it doesn't give a good impression, right? I think number 5 was having, right? Having breakfast. Let me see. Because we did this already. And here, it was this one, right? She spends hours talking on the phone. It started raining in the morning. Please stop making such a noise. And I don't feel like cooking today. That was the last one. So now you can try it in Moodle. Okay, I'm gonna ask someone who's done. Raisha, can you read the answers? Okay, let me see, Raisha. Okay, Raisha, just give me one moment. Okay. Raisha, can you go through some of the answers?
Miss, ¿cuál actividad es esa?
This is this is vocabulary bank 2B from unit 7B.
Sorry, Miss.
Can you read the sentences, please?
Okay, Miss. First, I enjoy reading in bed. Have you finished tidying your room? I want to go on working until I am 60. I hate being late when I am meeting someone. I like having breakfast in a cafe. I love waking up on a sunny morning. I don't mind doing the ironing. It's quite relaxing. She spends hours talking on the phone. It started raining at 5:30 in the morning. Please stop making such a noise. I can't think. And last, I don't feel like cooking today. Let's go out for lunch.
Good. So these are the answers. And this is something that we have previously done, but we didn't do it on Moodle, so we're going back. Thank you, Raisha. Let me go through the pronunciation section. This is something that I usually do it directly in Moodle because it usually requires us to listen to how the word should be pronounced. So we have in here, as in every language, English has different sounds, right? And sounds might not be used in the same way for some words, so it might be a little complex. This is one of the sounds, and this is the sound I, and in English is I, right? In Spanish is the letter E, right? But in English it sounds differently. So it might be fish, or that same sound might be bike. So it might be fish, like E, or bike, like I. Okay, so there's two different sounds. And we have different words. So what is something that I usually do with my students? I ask you to say the words, okay? If you don't say the words, you're not gonna be able to identify how different the sounds might be, okay? How can we listen? Let me see. Let me say, we can listen first. As singing, we always have to listen if we want to produce the words. Okay, these are the words.
3.30. Fish. Give. Miss. Skin. Slim.
Slim.
Thin.
Thin.
Which.
Rich.
Win.
Win.
With.
With.
Bike.
Bike.
Find.
Find.
High.
High.
Higher.
Higher.
Kind.
Kind.
Like.
Like.
Mind.
Mind. So it sounds
Night.
different. Night.
Right.
And right.
Time.
Time. Okay. So now let me show you how the words look like. What are the different choices? So we have the E sound or the I sound. It might be fish or bike, and it's not the same. So in here, what do we have to do? We have to organize all the words according to the sound and according to the alphabetical order. So we're not gonna start by skin, for example, because skin is not gonna be the first word because it starts with the letter S. So let's go first on the first row. Fish. Any words that have that similar sound. Fish. What could be the first word?
Miss.
Which one? Miss.
Miss.
Okay, but is that the first one according to the alphabetical order? Because we have to organize them in alphabetical order. That's like that's another challenge. It is challenging, but if we talk about alphabetical order, which would be the first? Miss is fine, but it's not gonna be the first word. What should be the first one? Which one?
Give.
Give, right? Okay, so give is the first one. Fish, give, same sound. What could be the second one? I think someone said miss. That should go after give, right? G-H-I-M, M. So then it will be miss. Okay, and then what could be another word?
Win.
Before slim, there's another word. Slim is S-L, right? But there's another word.
Milk.
Mm-mm. Is it the word milk in here? I don't say milk. Which one? Rocio, go ahead.
Full.
Not after miss.
Skin.
Skin, right? Skin, because S-S-K, right? Skin. What is skin?
P-Q-R. ¿Cómo es cuál?
S-K, S-K-I-N, skin. Skin, this is your skin, la piel. So give, miss, skin, and then after skin, S-L, right? So what should go after that? Ronald, Monica, Maria Los Angeles, what do you think? Nancy?
Slim.
Slim. Now it should be the time for slim. And it's the same sound. Give, miss, skin, fish, slim. Now, one more. Thank you, Kevin. But before that one, because win should be all the way down, right? Before,
Which?
Win.
Thin, right? Now it will be thin. Let me see, where is thin? Thin in here. And then after thin, let me see what Kevin says. You're missing one, Kevin. Before with.
Win.
Aha, when, and before when, there's one more. I think someone said that before. Which.
Which.
Aha, so first, wait, I grabbed the wrong one. This is not, should not be there. Here, okay, which. So which, after which, then will be when, right?
When.
And then the last one would be, let me see, with.
With.
Right? And then that's it. Now it is complete. So give, miss, skin, slim, thin, which, when, with. Same sound. But what about the I sound? Bike. Any words related to that sound? What should be the first one?
Fine.
Bike is done, right? Fine, right?
Fine.
Fine. And after fine?
High.
High. Good. What is it? High. High. And then?
Higher.
Higher. When you hire someone. You hire someone to do something for you. That's hire. Como contratar, right? After hire.
Kind.
Kind. Someone who's kind, someone who is nice is kind. It's like a synonym of nice.
Like.
Right.
Then like. Like, where is it? Like.
Mine.
Like, and then mine. KLM. Mine. And then
Night. Night.
night, right? Okay, thank you, Kevin. I'm looking at the chat too. Mine and then night, right? Night and then there's two more.
Right.
Right. And the last one?
Time.
Time. So in the alphabetical order, they should be fine. Fine, high, higher, kind, like, mine, night, right, time. And they all have the same syllable sound, okay? It's the same vowel sound, I'm sorry, the same vowel. Because I might be like fish or might be like bike. So there's two ways of pronouncing the same vowel. That's why it might be difficult for some people at the beginning. Once you start like listening and listening and listening and saying, listening, like singing, then little by little, you will identify the difference. And that's it. This is it. So now there's one more related to pronunciation, but it's a different type. Let me show you. That was just the first one. Let me see. That was this one, 3A, right? But there's 3B. In 3B, there's another challenge. And here, there are different words, but these words have more than one syllable. In English, as in Spanish, we have words with one syllable, two syllable, or three syllables, right? So the first words were just one syllable, like miss, thin, right, night, one. But in here, we have words with two syllables, okay? But they also have this different sound, right? Like fish, the fish sound, or the bike sound. So let's listen first.
3.31. Fish. Engine. Practice. Promise. Service.
Service.
Bike.
Okay, so the first words have this sound, right? Let's listen again. And I want you to repeat them.
3.31.
It's the only way.
Fish.
Fish.
Engine.
Engine.
Practice.
Practice.
Promise.
Promise.
Service.
Service. So where should this go? First row, first column or second column? What do you think?
First column, fish.
First, right? Yeah, because it has the same sound. So what was the first one? Engine, right? Was that the first one? Engine, right? And then after engine?
Practice.
Practice. Practice. And then after practice?
Promise.
Promise.
Promise. Promise. When you promise something to someone. Wait, no.
Service.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the wrong. Okay, there you go. Promise, and then after promise, the last one was service, right?
Service.
Okay, now let's go to the I sound.
Bike. Arrive.
Arrive.
Decide.
Decide.
Invite.
Invite.
Online.
Online.
Revise.
Revise.
Surprise.
Surprise. Okay, what was the first one? Promise? No, promise is not here. Okay,
It's arrive.
Arrive, right? Because it's with A, right? Arrive. Just arrive. Oh, there you go. Arrive. Wait. Arrive, and then?
Decide.
Decide, right? Because it's with letter D, and after decide?
Invite.
Invite.
Invite. Okay, and then?
Online.
Online. And then?
Revise.
Surprise. And then?
Revise.
Oh, revise. RST, right? So R.
Yes.
Revise. I'm sorry. And surprise. And then that's it. Wait. I missed it. There you go. That's it. Okay, now you try it. That was my attempt, but I want you to try it. Okay. So you don't have to type them. It's only just grabbing the word and you drag the word into the right space. And that's
I
it.
have a question.
Yes, of course. Camila.
When we try again.
Yes.
The
grade.
The grade will be replaced by the new one?
Yeah, the platform will account the highest grade. That's how it has to be set up.
Okay. I was scared because I didn't know it was in alphabetic order and I did it like that at first.
Yeah. That's why I usually give you 2 attempts, because then I understand that it should be fair to give you the chance to improve, right? Because it might be the first time you're doing these kind of exercises where you didn't realize about the alphabetical order. Maybe the words are fine, but maybe there was one word that was not aligned into the alphabetical order. So you should be given another attempt to improve if you want. If you want to leave it like that, I mean, that's up to you, but you always have the chance. And it will always account the highest grade. Okay, so now let me see, there was something else. I think we did all of this, right? That was okay, yeah, everything has been done. Now, let me stop sharing this for now, and let me show you my slides. We still have 1 hour, and we can work on the workbook practice, okay? So this is what I usually do with the workbook. I usually add, since we are not using like a physical workbook, I add all the different quizzes from Moodle. I add them in here, has workbook activities, but like this, like digital version of the book, right, of the practice. So, and this is how we can keep trying working on all the workbook practices. It's not too many, so I think we have plenty of time. So let's try to go for the first one. This is the first practice, and this is from the workbook activities, okay? This is kind of a reinforcement activities. So let's try. It should be easier now, but very useful. What about the first one? Melanie. Can you read the first one? Thank you.
I hate being cold. I think it really depressing.
Yeah, it might be, right? When you feel like too cold, it might be. Why it could be depressing when the weather is too cold? For some people, it might happen because you cannot be outside, right? You cannot go outside. You have to stay at home because it's cold. In our country, we don't suffer from cold weather. It's not usually that cold, right? As in other countries, especially right now, it's winter time in other countries around the world. So it might be depressing. It might happen. Number 2, Vero.
Number 2, I hate being cold. I find it really depressing.
Okay, that was the first one. Go for the second one. Number 2.
Repeat, miss.
Number 2.
You spend too long playing video games.
Okay, you spend too long playing video games. So spending too long or spending time. So after these verbs, I hate, I love, I like, I spend, the verbs will go with ing according to the grammar rules, right? What about number 3, another lie? Can you read number 3?
Yeah, we stopped studying French because we didn't like the class.
Okay, so you stop. When you stop doing something, ing. You stop studying, you stop working, you stop cooking, you stop dancing, ing, after these verbs. Anthony, number 4.
He's celebrating because he's finished writing his book.
Excellent. Gabrielita, Concha.
I started snow Sorry. I started snowing during the night while we were asleep.
It started. It's not I. It's IT. It started snowing. Snowing is like raining, but when it's really cold, the water becomes snow. Right? It becomes like instead of drops, instead of like water drops, it becomes snow. It started snowing during the night while we were asleep. It's like when we're like always falling asleep and it was already snowing. Good. Good, Gabby. Fabiana, number 6. I'm sorry.
I am bored. I feel like going for a walk.
Good, good. It might happen, right? If you're bored, you go for a walk and then you feel better. Camila, number 7.
My parents have bought a house by a beach because they love swimming.
Good. Ivan, number 8.
I don't mind getting up early in the morning.
Okay, good. Nancy, number 9.
Katie really enjoys listening to her iPad.
Okay, good. Listening too. So to enjoy, when you usually enjoy, you enjoy doing something. You enjoy listening, you might enjoy dancing, you might enjoy cooking, you might enjoy reading or traveling. So it usually goes with ing. And number 10, Maria Los Angeles, please.
The best thing about using the bus is not driving in busy traffic.
Not driving. So the best thing about using the bus is not driving in busy traffic. Good. Thank you, Maria Los Angeles. So that's it. That's 7B, and this is practice 1A. Now let's go to this one. Let me see. Okay, this is about something or some things that might people feel good, right? So these are the options. Let me see. What makes you feel good? What is it? Let me see. It should be, this is A, and this is, which one is B? Let me see. I think I'm missing B. Let me see which one should go first. I think it's 1C. This is 1C. Okay, but let's do it in here and then we'll go to Moodle. We'll check again. What makes you feel good? Here are some more text from our readers. So this is like different people's ideas about things that can make them feel good. Okay. No, let me see. Let me check something in Moodle because I don't know if I'm skipping one. I might be skipping one practice and I don't want to skip anything. Just give me 1 second. This is 7B, right? But you cannot see 7B workbook yet. I will make it accessible to you, make it visible to you. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 moment. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Moodle. I think I have this in Moodle too. Let's move to, let me show you because now you can see it. So this is what we're going to be doing now. This is unit 7B, but these are workbook activities. Okay. So the first one is the one we were actually trying. So we can do it in here now. Okay. All the different actions followed by gerunds, by ing forms. So we can do it now. Can you try it now? Let me see. There's some people that just Anna. Okay. So if you press F5, you'll be able to see all the contents from Unit 7B. Kevin, can you let me know if you can see it now? 7B, can you look at the different practices like this? Is it visible to you now, Paula, Vero, Kevin, Mateo? Because I just want to make sure you can see this and you can actually access the quiz.
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay, thank you. Yes, just press F5, F5. So if you press F5, it's like it reloads again, como que se actualiza. And then you can see it. Okay, so this is what we were doing, but I want you to try it now as a quiz. Be careful when writing, because in here you have to type. Be careful when writing the verse correctly. If you skip one letter, it might not be count the answer has a correct and a valid answer. So just make sure that you write correctly. It's not gonna be be, it's gonna be being, right? Being cold, playing video games, that all the words are written correctly. I'll give you 2 minutes, okay? So you can finish this. How are you doing? Let me see. See if you're about to finish. Let me see. Then you can go back. You know what? If you cannot see Unit 7B workbook, just log out and try to log in again in my work. Okay, so I think, let me see, Ronald, Melanie, Crystal, Pamela, where is Kevin, Nancy, Anthony, Maria de Los Angeles, where is Paula? This is how I can start like checking that you have all finished. Okay, and then I press F5 again, and then my platform reloads again. Or I can just go back and then go back again to results. Okay. Veronica. Okay, Vero, I see you. Now you are in here. Good. I'm glad. Okay, and then once this is done, let's keep, let me see, let's keep going. That was 1A, right? And here, this is interesting. It's not like this on the workbook, on the digital workbook. So I wanted to show you just like this in Moodle directly. Some of the practices are worth spending time on the slides, and some other are worth time just in here because of the way the questions have been set up. And in here, these are the different statements. And if you click in here, it says elegir. Then in here, you have the different options. So it's not like the paper version, right? It's different. I'm really looking forward to what could be the right option. What do you think? I'm really looking forward to stop working and retiring, to saying goodbye to me. This is not just about the grammar rules. It's about that it makes sense, right? The meaning or like the context of different statements. I'm really looking forward to seeing you tonight. I'm really looking forward to thanking everyone for coming, or I'm really looking forward to doing some part-time work, or I'm really looking forward to parking her boyfriend's car. So which of these should match with the statements? Paula, what do you think? What about the first one?
I'm really looking forward to seeing you tonight.
It makes sense, right? It's kind of an expression. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, to seeing you. Okay, good. Good, Paulita. We ended the evening by, Kevin, what do you think? Oh, I'm sorry.
By stopping work and retiring?
The second one, we end the evening by stopping and retiring.
Yes.
There's a better option. There is one better that it will make, let's pretend, okay, so you had a party, right? There's a little party at home, and at the end of the party, what is something that you usually do? When people are leaving, so people leave, they start like saying, oh, bye, bye, take care, bye. Let me try again this attempt because my time was over. Okay, the first one, seeing you. So when the evening and the party is over, what is it something you usually do?
Doing some part-time work?
No.
Thanking everybody for coming.
It's like the party's over, right? Oh, thank you, bye, bye, thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Usted le dice, gracias, gracias por venir, gracias, bye, ciao. So that's how the evening, I mean, if you have a little gathering at home, it might end, right? But let's keep going. She isn't very good at something you might not be very good at doing. What do you think?
Parking her boyfriend's car.
Parking is something it's not really easy. I mean, driving might be easy, but parking, that's another situation, right? And if it's not your car, it's even more difficult, right? The car might be different and the space is different, so might be. Do you ever dream of parking is done, thanking everyone is done, seeing you tonight?
Doing so, no. Stopping work and retiring.
What does it mean stop working? Have you ever dreamed of this? You don't have to worry about work, so you don't have to work anymore, and you can retire. So by 30 years old, you're retired. You don't have to work. That should be nice. So not having to work, right? That might be a dream for some people. Please don't leave without, if you want to be polite.
To me.
Porque no se va a ir y no se va a despedir. No es como que not being polite, right? Don't leave without saying goodbye, and not just to me, to everyone, right? That's being polite. Are you interested in
doing some part-time work?
Because you might be interested, you might not do it. Maybe you have a job, but you want to do like a part-time activity. So there's like a question to some people. So let's check if this is fine. Let's see how well do you do it. See, this is Camila. Okay, Camila. Okay. I think when you try, the options, it's not the same. They don't follow the same order, right? It's a different order. I think. But anyhow, we have to read again. Okay. So that was 1B, right? And let's go to 1C. Let's keep moving. Try to finish all the practice, the workbook practice. In here, So we have different ideas and what makes you feel good. Some more text from our readers. So these are the statements and these might be the options. Drive, exercise, get up, go, have, imagine, live, listen, read, send, stay, take, turn, or write. Okay, Mateo, first, number 1. What is it something that people may feel good?
Reading.
Okay, it might be reading and then no,
Sending.
I think the first one is done, right? Send and write. I think that
Yes.
should be the first one, right? Sending or writing and then sending a funny email or text to my friends. And of course,
Imagining.
imagine their
They-
faces, right? So how was their reaction? Are they surprised? Were they like not so surprised? Were they shocked? So that should be funny, right? Sending and then writing funny emails or texts, and of course, imagine their reactions, their faces when they read it. Okay, good. Number 2, Mateo. I think you couldn't do it, right? Can you do number 2? Can you try? I really like
driving at night when there is no traffic.
Does it make sense? I really like driving at night when there is no traffic.
And listening to my favorite music. I feel completely free.
Excellent. Excellent, Mateo. Listening to my favorite music, because when you're driving and you're listening to music, it's a distraction, but it's a nice distraction, right? Okay, to make you feel less stress. I feel completely free. Good. Good, Mateo. Number 3. Ivan, can you do number 3?
Is what exercise this?
Number 3. In bed on Sunday morning. What could be the action? Drive? No, that was taken already, right? Leave, I think, listen, it was taken. So
Get up.
Getting up. Getting up in bed. I think there's a better option.
What is getting up?
Staying, right? Yeah, it's not actually getting up because it's staying in bed on Sunday morning up to 10 a.m. That would be nice, right? That would make me feel good. Staying in bed on Sunday morning and
reading.
Might be. We don't actually read newspapers anymore, right? We actually just go to Instagram or to X. And but reading the newspaper, okay, might be. Then
going for a walk. And going my dog for a walk. No.
But there's one then.
Then getting up. So
getting up very late and so you stay in bed until 10 a.m. and then you read the newspaper and then you wake up.
My dog for a long walk.
And then you take your dog for a long walk. That might be relaxing, right? Good. What about number 4? Who wants to go for number 4? Nancy, Kevin, Diana, Gabby, Rocio.
I enjoy going to.
I enjoy.
I enjoy going to the gym and really getting.
And really, let me see, there might be a better option. And really getting up.
Yes.
Let me see. But getting up hard I think that's not the one.
Exercise hard.
Exercise, right? Because you go to the gym, you exercise hard, then
then I'm taking a long hot shower followed by a nice hot cup of tea. And there's nothing better.
yeah, so you go to the gym, you exercise hard, then you take a nice shower, and then you take a good drink, and then you can feel much better. Good. And number 5.
5. Turn off.
Turn off at the end of the day. And my time is about to expire.
Y la otra es leave, o sea, salir del trabajo. Leave.
And leave. So shutting your computer off, turning it off, and then leave work, and then be free, right? That is something that makes you feel better. Good. Okay, let me see your attempts, because I was about to, I was running out of time myself. Anthony, let's see, Anthony.
It says that it is imagining and not imagine.
Where?
At the first sentence.
The first.
Imagine. And of course, imagine their faces when they read it.
Imagining their faces. Yeah, because they're all, this is where we are supposed to type the verbs in ing. German. Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Yeah. So sending, and then writing emails, and then of course imagining their faces when they read it. And then in here, it wasn't waking up, it was staying in bed till late, and then reading the paper, and then getting up late, and then taking the dog for a walk. And here, instead of taking, was having a long hot shower. Usually it's difficult for us, because we usually in Spanish we say, okay, me voy a duchar, voy a tomar una ducha. Podríamos decirlo así en español, pero en inglés it's not the same. In English is, instead of taking a shower, is having a shower. Es como cuando yo les decía lo de pedir comida. Usualmente nosotros pedimos, ¿no? Decimos, deme esto, no decimos can I have, decimos deme jugo, deme un café. But in English it's like, can I have coffee? Can I have? So the verb have has a different connotation in English. It has many different meanings. Es como get. Hay verbos que tienen muchos significados, muchísimos. But the only way of like really grabbing this, these different uses of the different verbs is just like the practice. And that's it. Don't worry if you make, if you made a mistake, you can try once again. Let me see. Camila, Ana, okay, Paula, Mateo, Vero. I think Vero is trying again. Ana Dalai, Anthony. Kevin está tratando ahorita. Okay, you're trying it now. Good. And Monica. Okay. So while they finish, let me see what comes next. There's one more. We're gonna try to go a little bit faster now. That was 1C, right? Okay. So now there's a reading, but usually the readings, I like doing them on the slides because of the time in Moodle, because we don't have that much time. And if we really need to do it well, we need to read, and we need to maybe find new words. It might take more time. So this is the text, and that is 1D, but I would like you to read in here first. So who wants to go for the reading? As you read, we are going to be completing these missing gaps with different actions. Some of them might be with ing forms, and some of them might not be with ing forms. But let's read. Okay, who wants to start? Alguien que quiera comenzar.
Can I, teacher?
Of course, Anita, go. Go.
Many of us who love reading are changing our habits. Today, a lot of us have decided to use e-readers, and so we are stopping buying traditional books.
Okay, so that's the first sentence, right? So this is how people have evolved from using
to use.
Right? Yeah, because not, many years ago, we used to read just like physical material, right? Physical books, physical magazines, like printed material. But now people are going into the digital way. And this book is really old. It's not from this year or from like 5 years ago. I think it's from like 10 years ago. So, but back at a time, there was like the digital revolution, right? Even for reading. So many of us love reading, but we are changing our habits. So that's like first idea. Today, a lot of us has decided to use, right? So we decided to use e-readers. So we stop after the verb stop or hate or like. We usually use ing, right? So we have stopped buying traditional books. So estamos hasta number 3. So can you help me writing? So this is what I did. I put the digital reading section, but in here from 1 to 16. So these are, because the space might be very limited, might be too small. So what I did is I write the numbers in here, and every number will have a word. For example, number 1 is reading, right? Number 2. So by the time we go to Moodle, it should be faster for you to do it. Number 2, to use, right? Number 3, buying. So this is how you can help me, so we can move a little faster. Okay, so Anita read the first section. What about the next section? Kevin, can you read from e-readers? This is how I can help you to see where we are. This is what I usually do. I cross it out. Can you read, Kevin? E-readers.
Hola, ¿se me escucha?
Yes, yes, very clear.
E-readers have a number of advantages. They are very easy carrying. So they are ideal for people who like traveling, who like traveling.
Traveling. After the verb like, traveling. If you're, what about number 4? They are very easy to carry or carrying it. What do you think?
Carrying.
It could be carrying, but there's nothing after carry. So it's like, that's the end of the sentence. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of, what is one of the first advantages is the fact that they are easy to carry. To carry. It's easy to carry. It might be easy to read. It might be easy to, because they're portable. They're easy to carry inside of a bag or inside of a suitcase. It might be easy to use, right? So in here, the right option would be just to use the infinitive form. Okay. Can you help me writing that in the slide? Okay, let me see. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, so number 4 is to carry, right? And number 5 was traveling, right? Because after the verbs like or hate or love or spending, traveling, right? Let's keep reading. Now, let me see, somebody else. Is there anybody else? We are here, right? If you're abroad, from here.
And sick is reading.
Mr. Ronald, okay, go. If you're abroad, here.
If you're abroad and you do not have anything reading.
Anything? If you're abroad and you have anything
to read.
To read,
To read. To read, you do not need looking. No.
Usually, look for is to look for. Usually, you don't need to look for a bookshop that has books in your language. Why? What is the purpose? Because you can download it as a digital book. Okay. Hasta ahí estamos. If you're abroad and you don't have anything to read, you have nothing to do, you're bored, you have nothing to do to read. So you don't need to look for, you don't have to buy and look for a book, for a bookshop. There's no bookshops anymore, ya ni siquiera existen. I mean, places where you can buy books. Why? Because you don't really need them, because nowadays people are using digital books, right? And these e-readers it was a kind of special device that allows you just to read in a digital way. I think we're not using them anymore. Estos eran muy populares hace muchos años, ¿no? Cuando comenzó la revolución digital. Los e-readers eran como unos, como unas tabletas, como un tablet que tenía ahí todos los libros que usted los podía descargar. So those are like e-readers. I think we're not using them anymore. ¿Por qué no usamos ya e-readers? We don't have a special device to read because we can have access through your phone, right? So we have everything on the phone. So we don't even need like a special device to read, right? So if you're abroad, you don't have anything to read, you don't need to look for a bookshop because everything, you can just download it. You download it and then you have it on your phone, right? Good. Now let's keep reading. One more. Go, of course, Crystal, go. Camila, can you keep reading? In addition, in here.
All right. In addition to these, e-readers are very private, so you don't need showing people what you are reading. I continue. Finally, when you finish reading a book, you no longer have to find room for it on a bookshelf.
Okay, is it correct? Any other ideas or suggestions? In addition to this, e-readers are very private. So another use or another advantage is that you don't need
to show.
You don't need to show people that you're reading, right? Because you can do it from nowadays from your phone, right? You don't have to show everyone, oh, I'm reading this. Or if you don't want anybody else to look at what you're reading, so you don't have to do it, right? You don't have to show anyone what you're reading. Finally, when you finish, after the verb finish, usually that was fine. When you finish reading the book, you no longer have to find a room for it on a bookshelf because it's in here on your phone, and you can place your phone anywhere right now, right? But those e-readers were like very like this size. They were really small, and they were specially designed just to keep like digital books. Now we use just the phone. We don't even use this anymore. So let's keep reading. Nancy, can you keep reading? However,
there are some disadvantages. Some people say their eyes hurt if they spend a long time looking at the screen.
Looking at the screen, good. Also,
Also, you have to be careful. Not to lose.
Good, Nancy.
Not
Excellent.
to lose. Not to lose your e-reader or you lose all your books.
Good, excellent. So some people say their eyes hurt, right? Because they keep like too long, right? Too much time looking at the screen. So if they spend a long time looking, right? After the word spending time, usually the verbs go with ing. Spend a long time looking at the screen, and you have to be careful not to lose your e-reader or you lose all your books. Si se le perdía la tabletita, chao, no tenía el libro, se terminaba. So that was one disadvantage. Now, last section, Krista, she's Dianita. There you are. As well as this.
As well as this, it's a friend don't like borrowing a book you read, you can offer lending.
Okay, there's one that is not right. Which is it? Lending is fine because after when you're saying you can offer. Let me see. What do you think? Which one is not right? There's one.
No, it's to lend.
And what about the other one? As well as this, if a friend who like to borrow, right? Who like to borrow. I know that the word like isn't here, but in here, this is kind of when you're saying if a friend would like, it's like making an offer, right? It's not really just using the word like that they like something. It's like if they would like to borrow a book you've read, you can offer to lend it to them. So in here, both are infinitive forms. Okay, and let's keep going. With an e-reader, who wants to go for the last section? I'm sorry. With an e-reader, wait. Let me go. Okay, can you keep reading? With an e-reader.
With an e-reader, you can only go on reading as long as the battery lasts. So you have to remember to take your charger with you and mustn't forget to check the battery.
The battery. Good. So that's the last section. I don't know if you were helping me by typing the words because there's like 16 words. How many missing verbs? I think they were like, let me see. It's this one, right? That's why I asked you to keep like writing. I lost track. What about number 6? Number 6 was to read, right? To read. Number 7, because there are 16 different verbs. Which one?
To look.
To look. What about number 8?
To show.
To show. Number 9. Reading. I think it was just reading, right? Reading. What about number 10?
Looking.
Looking. Okay. What about number 11? Wait, I'm sorry. Looking. 11.
Not to lose.
Not to lose. Okay, good. 12.
To borrow.
To borrow. What about number 13?
To lend.
To lend. Okay. 14.
Reading.
Reading.
Reading. Reading. Number 15.
To remember.
To remember. Wait.
To take.
Wait.
To take.
I don't know what I did in here. Let me take this out. 16 was you must have okay.
To take.
To take. To take. to take your charger with you, and you mustn't forget
To charge.
Okay.
To charge the battery. And that's it. So I wanted to go through this in here. Why? Because then in Moodle, you have very limited time to complete the whole thing, and there are 16 different verbs. Let me see. Now we can move in here. Okay, this is where we are. Reading the digital way. And now you can try it. I know there's some people who already tried this, but if you didn't, you can try this now that we went through all the different answers. Okay. Now there's one more. Let's try to finish one more. Okay, this is going to be the last one, I promise. Let's push ourselves into the last one, the vocabulary section. And we leave the pronunciation and listening, and then we can do that tomorrow. Okay, this last one. Okay. So again, these are different statements, and these are the different choices. He hates doing the housework, and these are the different options. He does it a lot. It's okay for him to do it. He doesn't do it anymore. He really likes it. He really doesn't like it. He wants to do it now. And these are the other different options. He spends too much. He spends hours chatting. He doesn't mind cooking. Doesn't mind, como que no le importa, ¿no? No le molesta. He loves being with his friends. He feels like going for a run, or he stopped playing football. So what do you think? Better. What about the first one? He hates doing the housework. What could be the right choice? Vero, Crystal, what do you think? And that
He
will be
doesn't do it anymore.
He hates doing the housework. He doesn't do it anymore. Okay, might be. Let's keep looking at the other options. He spends hours chatting online. He spends hours and hours. How can we match this?
He really likes it.
He really likes it. It makes sense, right? He really likes it, like spending hours talking and talking, or chatting, just sending messages. He doesn't mind cooking all the meals. What do you think, Camila, Diana, Gaby, Anita?
Puede ser he does it a lot.
Could be. Did we use that one? No, right? We haven't used that one. He does it a lot. Okay. He does cook because he doesn't mind. Might be. He loves being with his friends.
He really likes it.
Okay, he does. Okay, he loves being with his friends. And which one, Rocio?
He really likes it.
He really likes it, but it's been used twice.
Yeah.
So we cannot repeat it.
He really
Maybe
dance like it.
He doesn't do it.
No,
but
He wants to do it now.
Because he says that he loves being with his friends. O sea, sí le gusta. He likes it. He doesn't do it anymore. It could be, it could not be, right? Because it's an affirmative statement, right? Something that he really likes. So he does it a lot. No.
He really likes it.
He really likes it. Could be. Okay. Okay, let's see.
He wants entonces. He wants.
He feels like going for a run. He feels like going.
he wants to do it now.
He wants to do it now. Could be. Good. He stopped playing football. If he stopped, it means that he's not doing it anymore, right? I think this should be the right one. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me submit my own because this is kind of let's see. I'm pretending I am trying it. Okay, so as you can see, we cannot repeat. It cannot be repeated. He hates doing the housework. He really doesn't like it. So in here, since he hated, he really doesn't like it. Okay, it makes sense. He spends hours chatting online. Actually, he does it a lot. Okay. I think it could be more than one option, right? That's why it might be a little confusing. It might be, I mean, there might be more than one choice. He doesn't mind cooking all the meals. It is because it's okay for him to do it. That's why he doesn't mind. And the other ones were fine. He loves being with his friends. He really likes it. He feels like going for a run. Actually, he wants to do it now. And he stopped playing football. He doesn't do it anymore. Okay. And that's it. Now you try it. There might be more than one way of completing the statements, right? That's why it might be confusing. But now you can try it. And that will be the last activity. Okay, we're gonna stop right here. Let me go back. This is 7B workbook, right? So we managed to finish 7B student book and we started working on the workbook section. But we still have to go through the pronunciation, but that will be done tomorrow, okay? We can do that tomorrow. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much. Let me see who has stayed, who is still here from the very beginning to the very last. Mateo has been here the whole time, right? I'm just checking the attendance again before we leave. Monica has been here. Is Monica here? She's here, right?
Yes.
Okay, Monica has been here the whole time. With me, Carlos, I think he had to leave, but he sent me a message. Summers was not. Fabiana is here, right? And still here. Gabby Concha too. Nancy has been here the whole time. And Ana Cecilia, you're here. Camila too. Let me see. Ivan is here too. Maria de Los Ángeles. Gabby, Anthony, Paula's here. Veronica, Rocio, Fernando did not join. Crystal is here. Andrea is not here. Diana, Melanie, Kevin, Diego did not join. Ronald is here and another line. Okay. And Raisha. Where is Raisha? Okay, so let me, okay, hi, Raisha.